on the Rogues Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is a steaming Saturday evening in Northern California. We are in the Sacramento Valley. It's the final game of this 5-game road trip. Final game of this 2-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, the Rogues Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Yesterday, game 1 was all to the Lincoln Potters. A 9-0 victory for the Lincoln Potters. Rogues last night, they struggled offensively. Second shutout in the road trip in this 2026 campaign. The Rogues offense could not get any offense moving yesterday. You think about what the Rogues had throughout the whole entire evening. Think about this. The Rogues in every single inning had a base runner on, but the Rogues could not pull the trigger and capitalize in yesterday's affair. And it was Lincoln that found ways to capitalize in the bottom half of inning number 2 of a 3-run frame. And in the bottom half of inning number 4 of a 4-run spot put up by the Lincoln Potters. That was highlighted by a 2-run homer from Ty McGraw, one of the leading players in the Pacific Empire League and also one of the leaders for this Lincoln Potter squad. And a couple of runs came across in the 5th and in the 6th inning. And that was it. Lincoln found ways to capitalize throughout the whole entire evening. And it was a tough one for the Rogues last night. And the Rogues are in third place in the Pacific Empire League. We'll take a look at the standings in the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. This is the game of the year for your Medford Rogues. It is the Healdsburg Prune Packers. They are atop the league. They are 19-4 overall in the season. Lincoln moves into second place. They are on a 6-game winning streak. They are 14-8 overall in the league. Medford drops to third place. They're 11-7 overall this season. Humboldt is in fourth place. They're 14-10 overall on the season. West Coast Kings are 10-15 in league action. Solano is 8-16 in the PEL, and Marysville is 1-16. So if the season ended tonight, Medford would be on the outside looking in the Pacific Empire League. But if a win tonight can definitely balance out the tally books, and the Rogues will have a much easier way to get themselves into the postseason next week. We'll talk about that throughout the whole entire evening. But the matter and the motive for tonight, you've got to find a way to get the victory, and also that's the first thing. You've got to get runs across. It's the Rogues and the Potters colliding for the second game of this 2-game set. It is the final meeting of this 2026 season between these two squads. So we took a look at the standings. That's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That's also brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. One other game going on currently. It's Healdsburg making the trek up to Humboldt to take on the Humboldt Crabs. So the Prune Packers and the Crabs will duke that. They'll be duking out tonight. That is the 4th of 5 meetings between the two programs. So that's the other meeting between those two squads up inside the Redwood Curtain. Take a look. Take a look at the. We took a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Take a look at the opposition. It is the Lincoln Potters, 31-9 overall in the season, 14-8 in Pacific Empire League action, and this is a Potter squad on a 6-game winning streak. This is the 9 runs scored last night puts the Potters to 89 runs scored by the Potters in this 6-game winning streak. And you think about what they've done so far. Ty McGraw swung the bat well, and this is going to be interesting to see what the Rogues can do to slow down the hot bats of the Lincoln Potters. And talking with head coach Eli Garcia a little bit before first pitch, talked about they learned from that skid a couple of weeks, and he talked about it feels good to win, and the Potters are feeling good. The Rogues are going to try to get themselves to feel good before heading back up to the Rogue Valley to finish out the home portion of this 2026 campaign. That'll be on Tuesday night against the West Coast Kings, but a lot of baseball to be played tonight in the beautiful Sacramento Valley. Let's give you the starting pitchers for tonight's matchup between the Potters and the Rogues. Going for the Potters, it is Jack Raffron. And countering for the Rogues, it is Herman Luna. Herman Luna, who grew up just down the road in Corcoran, California, gets the start. for your Medford Rogues. Once again, welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with our Rogues player spotlight. A fourth-year Rogue, Hayden Van Acker, joins us. Supposed to go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead. It is Star Wars night at the ballpark. There is a flyover that will happen during the national anthem, so it's going to be a very lively crowd at McBean Park. Glacier blue skies overhead. Temperatures in the temperatures in the 90s, but it is going to be a sweltering evening throughout the whole entire night. We'll get a chance to talk about that throughout the whole entire evening. Final meeting between the Lincoln Potters and the Rogues and this 2026 campaign. The Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show marches on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's the final game of this 5-game road trip. It's time to get ready. This is our Rogues player spotlight, and our guest today is Hayden Van Acker, the Idaho native. Hayden, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Brian. Thank you for having me here.
Hayden, you've been around this team for a very long time. How unique and how special is this 2026 Medford Rogue squad?
This is my 4th summer here with the Rogues. I have almost 100 innings for them. And, I love this team. After the first summer here, I knew I just want to keep coming back and keep being around all the amazing coaches that this organization brings in and all the awesome players that you get to meet. And I'm having a blast this season. This is one of my favorite teams I've ever played with, and I love these guys. And it's been a great summer to be able to grow with each one of them and have everybody grow in their craft.
And you knew Kevin Olmstead when he was at OIT. What's it like being able to be back in that dugout with Kevin Olmstead?
I'll tell you what, he left OIT for a change of scenery, and he was missed. He's one of those guys that is just too easy to go to battle for, and with him in your corner, you feel really comfortable being able to do what you want to do day in and day out, and it's wonderful to be back in the dugout with a guy like Kevin.
And this is the last game of this 5-game road trip. The Rogues will have 3 games at home on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But what's it like being on the road with these guys?
Oh, it's awesome. It's a hoot and a holler, and all these boys like to have fun. Everybody's responsible about how they go about doing their stuff, and it's just a great group of boys. Everybody likes to have fun, but at the same time make sure they're putting their work in and getting good recovery in off the field, and it's great to be on the road and find things to do with them outside of baseball.
And we've talked about the Mafia stories throughout the whole entire week. How good are you at Mafia?
So I've been playing Mafia forever. This is my 5th and probably last year in college baseball, and I don't know how many Mafia games I've played, but with that being said, no, I wouldn't say I'm the best at Mafia because I'm not the best liar. I don't like to lie. So usually I like to be a townie and, observe and try to guess who's who and everything like that. But when I'm off, I struggle.
And we've heard about Caleb Randolph being a good narrator. You've been a part of those bus rides of OIT. Is Caleb Randolph a good narrator on those bus rides with the Owls?
See, on the bus ride with the Owls, we had a fellow by the name of Andrew Sharp. He was one of our captains, and there's a lot of things that can go into being a good narrator in MOF, whether you bring the energy, whether you have good storytelling, or whether you have a projectable voice so everybody can hear you. There's a lot of things that go into it, but I feel like Randy does a great job making sure all the boys are locked in a good game of MOF.
So after your baseball playing career, what's next in your life and your journey?
Oh, man, Brian, that's the question, isn't it? I have a couple trucks I'm working on setting up right now to have a little mobile welding fleet going on, and I plan to do that around the Klamath Basin area or around the Medford area. And so I already got my 2 trucks. I'm working on a second welder right now and hopefully hire somebody to run the other truck. But I like to get into welding. I got to go to some welding certifications class to get that done, and once that's done, then I'll go to welding and hunt when I'm not welding. So that's that.
We've talked about your hunting exploits last year on the Rogues with the pregame show last year, and talking about being able to have some of those abilities, be able to use that in baseball. Do you still use some of those instincts you have when you're hunting, when you're on the hill?
Oh, there's killer instincts that never leave you once they're instilled in you, and just everything about hunting, it teaches you a lot more about just going out and shooting something. There's a lot to appreciate, and I'd call myself more of a conservationist than a hunter. I like to help animals, and there's certain ways to go about it. I like to be in banding processes for waterfowl, and try to help fish and game when I can on a volunteer basis. And I just love animals. I love nature, and I like to nurture it the best way I can.
We are in the end of July. I think deer season's coming up in August. Is that right?
Yeah, August, October, kind of depends on where you are and what unit you're hunting and what type of hunt. But, mule deer and elk where I'm from is definitely coming up. So I got a lot of people I'm talking to who want me to take them out hunting for certain units because I'm kind of known in Idaho for taking people out and helping them get animals. And so there's quite a few people I'm in cahoots with right now trying to go out hunting with me and try to set them up on a big animal. So yeah, it's definitely coming up, and I'm excited. I didn't draw any tags this year, unfortunately, like I haven't in the last 8 years, but maybe next year's the year. And but yeah, I'm very excited for it, and it's definitely coming up.
I know that this is your final year with the Medford Rogues. What's that one thing that you're going to take away from playing with the Rogues for 4 years?
Oh, man, just when you're talking about an organization like the Rogues, it's a really hard thing to be able to confidently say, from the very top, Dave May and Jeff Wise, all the way from, the bottom to, people who don't, aren't completely in with the Rogues, but still find ways to help. And, we have so many people, we got Tracy and, David Case, who all help so much to make our dreams come true and make sure we have the right outlet to be able to do what we want to do in life. And, from head to toe, the Rogues organization is so special. I just, the people and the memories you make is something that's going to stick with me for a while.
I know that you have a big support system. Want to give them a shout out?
Oh, my family. Yeah, they're the reason I'm here today. And, my mom and my dad, I love them so much, and I wouldn't be here today without them. So, yeah, family's number one.
Well, that's well said, my friend. Hayden, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out there tonight, and have a great rest of the summer.
One more thing, Brian. I would just like to highlight you and the amazing job you do for the Medford Rogues. You help our families watch us when we're away, and everybody's so thankful for that. And you do such a wonderful job, play-by-plays, and with the stories you do, and you go around asking everybody personal things about them so you can talk about them on the air, and it means a lot to us. And you're an awesome guy, Brian.
Thank you, my friend. That means a lot. That's Hayden Van Acker joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead. Final game of this 2-game set between Lincoln and Medford. More of the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogues CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogues CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogues CN Medford Airport at roguescn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. We are getting closer to first pitch between Lincoln and Medford. Final game of this 2-game set, and it is the final game of this 5-game road trip. It's time to go one-on-one with the coach, Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Brian. I'm living the dream. Couldn't be better.
Coach, a tough one last night. There was opportunities for the offense to find ways, but it was all Potters last night. What did you notice about how the team played yesterday?
Yeah, it's probably that was a tough one. That was probably our worst game we played collectively as for the entire summer. For the first time in the summer, guys really it felt like they didn't care too much. And that's, that's part of summer ball, which it's hard as a head coach to go through those motions. A lot of summer ball teams goes through that. This team is different, but they are guilty of it at times. And so it's about getting back to on the right foot tonight.
So how do you keep the players motivated to get through this week and then also get ready for next week?
Yeah, just life lessons. If you're a player that you're content with your at-bats for a summer league, then you're not a player that I want to coach. You shouldn't be playing baseball, in my opinion. Summer ball, whatever the season is, whether it's fall, spring, or summer, you are competing your butt off every single day, every single appearance you have. Because that's life, right? This is we're teaching these guys about life lessons, and we're out here trying to explain to them that whatever you're doing, whether it's the end of summer ball season or not, you have to make the most out of every single opportunity you get. And that's there. It's some of these guys, not necessarily our guys, but a lot of guys in summer ball are going to have a harsh reality in life, in their jobs, when they want to be complacent and when they want to take the easy road or they're, defeated. Because life's tough. It's going to punch them in the face. And so they have to realize that, and they have to just stick together the last 2 weeks if we want to do what we want to do.
And the goal is still ahead in front of this Rogue squad, an opportunity to try to find a way. You still have the tiebreaker over the Lincoln Potters, but the pitching staff had its moments last night, but Des Rawls was kind of one of those bright moments, able to get out of that bases-loaded jam and be able to find ways to get his confidence up. What did you like about how he performed in his outing in relief?
Yeah, he worked out of a jam, but he walked 3 guys. Rawls has developed really well. He is going to be a good pitcher one day, and so it's just for him getting these experiences in live games. He's lacked that in his college career, and this was his first time ever facing live hitters, and so he has came a long way. But now it's about minimizing those walks, minimizing those misses. Right, we can miss and we could throw some balls, but they have to be competitive balls rather than out of range balls.
This is a very unique facility in the Pacific Empire League. It is a natural grass outfield, artificial infield. The ball plays very fast in the infield. What was that message to your infielders about how fast the ball plays in the infield here at McBean?
Yeah, you have to be ready. You have to anticipate. You have to pre-step perfectly, and we did not do that yesterday. There was about 4 plays I should say that we should have been made, and it was a lack of pre-step, lack of mental concentration. And so turf, it's one, as soon as the ball is hit, you should know exactly where it's going to be, but your pre-step has to be perfect. It has to be efficient in order to get those harder plays, and our guys are good enough that they should be able to make those plays, and they should be able to make the hard look routine. So tonight should be a different thing.
And this has been a road trip that has had its ups and downs, but what type of offense do you want to see from the Rogues tonight? Because that was the second shutout last night.
Yeah, sorry, there's bees swarming.
You're good.
Yeah, frustrating week offensively for sure. The guys are trying to do too much, and you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that blame. Maybe it was me telling them about the possibility of us making playoffs, being in a playoff hunt, being in second place. Maybe that got to the guys' heads a little bit too much, and so, the message is being where your feet are at and simply surrender the outcomes of wins and losses. If you're up in the count, if you have a positive count, get your hacks off. We haven't been really doing damage when we have hitters counts. We've been actually been doing a very bad job of that. If you get out, you get out, but go out with a purpose. And so the message, or these guys' goals today, is be the hardest out of the game every single at bat. So we'll see what happens there.
Herman Luna gets the start tonight. What do you want to see from him?
Needs to dominate the strike zone. His last 2 outings, he's, look a little tired, fatigue, and, that is a real thing. But he's been throwing more balls lately, and so he needs to get back on track. He needs to stop the bleeding from this week, and he needs to go out and get after it and get us a quality start.
Coach, I always ask you this question, keys to victory?
Belief. We need to believe. We need to, be where our feet are at again and be in the moment of, taking this game, because if we take this game, we're in a good situation. But the guys need to believe it first.
Coach, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there, and I'll see you back on the bus tonight.
Thanks. Go Rogues.
That's head coach Kevin Olmstead joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, lineups and first pitch. Biggest game of this 2026 campaign. Final game of this 2-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. First pitch scheduled for 6:05 p.m. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. And that is how you begin this Saturday evening in the Sacramento Valley. Final game of this two-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. Once again, my name is Brian Well. Happy to have you from the air. The Lincoln Potters and overall on the action. Man lead off, the fielder Jonathan Walsh. The two spot is the shortstop Logan Macy, and the three hole is the third baseman Ian Sanchez. The cleanup man and catching is Chris Ortiz. Chance Flores is at first base. He's the five hitter. Jackson Rosenthal is patrolling left field tonight. He's the six hitter. He is the second baseman, and with Solano, he is the center fielder for tonight. It's Jonathan Walsh, Logan Macy, Ian Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, Chance Flores, Jackson Rosenthal, Ethan Swensen, Travis Finney, and Will Salahar. Starting pitcher for the Lincoln Potters getting his warm-up tosses in right now. It's Jack Efron. Jack Efron, the right-handed pitcher, getting his warm-up tosses in. Currently going to San Jose State. Guy who grew up just down the road in Granite Bay, a suburb of Sacramento. And Jack Efron did get a couple of innings on the hill in the Rogue Valley in that three-game set up the road at Harry and David Field. Lincoln Potters rocking their Star Wars-themed jerseys tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun on this Saturday afternoon and evening. The game is 1 hour earlier than it was yesterday, but it's going to be a lot of fun tonight in the Sacramento Valley. It's 3:14 down the lines in left and right field, and the gaps in left and right center, it's 380. And this is the part that plays very small, and the ball plays very fast, especially in that artificial infield. You heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead touch on that in our one-on-one conversation. We're about ready for first pitch. Jonathan Walsh gets ready to go into the box for the first time on this Saturday evening. Crowd is filing in. Everyone's excited to see the Potters and the Rogues collide. A final meeting of the regular season between these two squads. Medford in their patriotic uniforms, red, white, and blue, wearing the gray pants for this one on this Saturday evening. Potters in their Star Wars jerseys, the blue pants and the orange racing stripe down the side. First offering home from the righty. First pitch, fastball misses low. And we're underway as the spot starts jumping around at 6:05 p.m. right on the dot. Blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Hotter temperatures than it was yesterday. Temperatures yesterday were in the low 90s. 90s again today. 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Jonathan Walsh this season for the Rogues. 2-0, misses low, 3 balls, no strikes. Walsh, a .292 hitter. 4 triples so far in 2026. 1 home run. At 3 balls and no strikes. You definitely want to set the tone early if you are the Rogues. Raffon sets up on that first base side of the rubber, delivers the 3-0. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the top third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jonathan gets out of the batter's box. Climbs back in. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Matson, the center fielder, just a step into left center. No wind blowing in on the Saturday evening. 3-1 pitch up the middle. Drops down for a hit. And Jonathan Walsh starts off the Saturday evening with a bang. A leadoff single to begin the evening. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the road to first, just getting underway between Medford and Lincoln. Here's the shortstop Logan Macy for the Rogues. Rogues this season have had their opportunities to get runners across, and you think about what the Rogues have done. When the Rogues strike, they find a way to capitalize. Rogues in this road trip were shut out twice last night in that first game in the series against the Healdsburg Prune Packers at Recreation Park earlier this week. First pitch, fouls off the slider, goes to the backstop, strike 1. Logan Macy at the dish. .282 hitter so far this season. 11 runs batted in, 2 round trippers. Macy yesterday in the late innings got an opportunity to catch. And I was talking to Logan a little bit about that today. I was saying, well, is that the first time you've caught in your college career? He said, yeah, I mean, in an inning like that, strike 1 pitch, misses up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. So he was telling me a story about catching. He would catch when their starting pitcher in Oregon growing up, played Little League in high school, he would catch when the starting pitcher was not catching. So the catcher was a two-way guy, 1-1, fouled off down the first base side, tracking down is Ty McGraw, trying to track it down, and it hits on the side of the net down the first base side. Comos was the first out of the inning, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is Star Wars night at the ballpark. Chewbacca is here, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker. Everyone's excited about the Star Wars night. The Rogues were talking about that before the game a little bit last night when they got back to the team hotel. Logan Macy waits for the 1-2 from Jack Raffon. Medium-sized lead for Jonathan Walsh at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Logan Macy down on strikes. That's the first strikeout victim for Jack Raffon tonight. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the road first. Here's the third baseman, Ian Sanchez for Medford. Scoreless between the Rogues and the Potters. And we do have access to the TrackMan data that we get a chance to see their screen. And that pitch was in the zone. Let's give you the defense is backing up the starter, Jack Raffon. After this first pitch, sets up on that first base side. Potters can still turn 2 to get out of the inning. First pitch, fastball elevated, 1 ball, no strikes. Around the horn from third to first, it's Guanzon, Miller, Groves, and McGraw. In the outfield from left to right, it's Norton, Madsen, and Lopez. Smith is doing the catching tonight for the Potters. 1 ball and no strikes, throw over to first base, chases back Jonathan Walsh. Gets the bag with a head-first slide. Ian Sanchez's first at-bat of the evening. Sanchez, a .348 hitter so far. Got a double in the first inning yesterday, 1-0. Slider misses outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. This week in California has gone by in a blink of an eye. Raffon sets up on the first base side, quickly throws it over to first base, gets back to the bag with a head first slide as Jonathan Walsh. Still 2 balls and no strikes to Ian Sanchez. Infield is still playing deep for the Potters. Ty McGraw, the first baseman, holding the runner. 2-0. Slider dots the outer third. 2 balls, 1 strike. Think about what Ian Sanchez has done so far in this road trip. That home run against Solano definitely sparked the offense and kept the Rogues in the game at Solano College on Thursday. 2-1, fastball elevated, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ian Sanchez has been that spark plug so far in 2026 for the Rogues. When the Rogues have needed a hit, especially in that home half of the 8th at Harry and David Field, he's been able to have that clutch hit. Trying to get a clutch hit, had 3 balls and a strike. Medium-sized lead for Jonathan Walsh at first base. 3-1. 3-1, popped up in the air, shallow right center field. Lopez, the right fielder, calls everybody off. Makes the one-hand grab without the shades on. And Ian Sanchez flies out the right field for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the road to first. Scoreless between Medford and Lincoln. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Rogues, Chris Ortiz. His first trip of the evening. Rogues in a similar fate they were yesterday with a base runner on at first base, but could not move runners over. Remember yesterday, Rogues' best opportunity in the game was back in that 3rd inning when the Rogues had runners at the corners. But it was just, Rogues cannot execute and capitalize. You heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead talk about this in our one-on-one conversation. The skipper of the Rogues, first offering. Slider misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Raffon has the fastball, the breaking ball, and the changeup in his arsenal. 3-pitch mix. Guy grew up in Granite Bay, just down the road. Throws it over to first base, chases back the base runner Jonathan Walsh, gets back to the bag of a head first slide. Still 1 ball and no strikes. We do have the updated standings in the Pacific Empire League 4. We'll talk about that in the next inning. 1 ball and no strikes, throws it over to first base. Gets back to the bag of a head-first slide once more is Jonathan. Jonathan reaching, getting aboard of a leadoff single back in the top of this early part of this inning. 1-0. Breaking ball misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Chris Ortiz this season, a .359 hitter. Three doubles, 1 triple. 20 runs batted in. Rogues looking for that clutch 2-out hit in the road first. Two balls, no strikes, the pitch. Knuckles it to the left side, goes to his right as Miller, gloves it, throws over to second, and gets the force out of Jonathan Walsh at second base. And that closes the book on the first top half of inning number 1. No runs, a hit, no errors. We head to the home first right after this. Medford nothing, Lincoln coming up. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Number 1 we go from McBean Park in Lincoln, California. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Lincoln Potters, led by head coach Eli Garcia. The Potters 31-9 overall in the season, 14-8 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the right fielder Jordy Lopez. In the 2 spot is the third baseman Ian Guanzon. The 3-hole hitter is the first baseman Ty McGraw. The cleanup man is the shortstop Shane Miller. Perrin Bland is the DH man tonight. He's the 5 hitter. Cooper Smith is catching. He's in the 6th spot. Jackson Norton is in left field. He's the 7 hitter. Mays Madsen is in center field. He's the 8 hitter. And Ethan Groves is at second base. He is batting 9th. It's Lopez, Guanzon, McGraw, Miller, Bland, Smith, Norton, Madsen, and Groves. Starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues, it is Herman Luna getting ready to go to work. Herman Luna, ERA of 1.89, 5 wins, 1 losses, 6 appearances, 6 starts. It's his 7th start of 2026, and he faces Jordy Lopez for the first time tonight. First pitch to the lefty, fastball, finds the outside corner, strike 1, and you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead touch on this in our one-on-one conversation. He wants him to be dominant in the strike zone, and Herman Luna, a guy that has been the ace so far, strike 1 pitch, misses down and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Herman Luna in the last couple of outings he's had, he's been struggling a bit, but you definitely know, hey, you think about it, fatigue throughout the season, 1-1, chopper foul, first base side, and it goes out of play. One ball and 2 strikes to Jordy Lopez. Jordy Lopez at the dish for the Lincoln Potters, a 451 hitter so far this season. 1-2. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Herman sets up on that first base side of the rubber. The 2-2 ground ball up the middle, gets past the glove of Herman Luna. That's into center field. Jordy Lopez aboard of a leadoff single. And that is how the Potters get their offense moving tonight. So the Potters and the Rogues get the leadoff man on. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the home first. No score between Medford and Lincoln. Here's the third baseman, Ian Guanzon. This is a very intriguing inning. If you are the Rogues, you want to find a way to set the tone defensively. Rogues had opportunities to do that in yesterday's affair. And you think about what Ian Guanzon did, a couple of hits in yesterday's affair in the second and in the sixth inning. Throws it over to first base, chases back. Jordy Lopez gets back to the bag with a head first slide. Rogues infield can definitely turn two. Logan Macy and Travis Finney definitely thinking about turning two. Home plate umpire stepped out to talk with Herman Luna. Luna checks on the runner at first base. That's Jordy Lopez. Chance Flores holding the runner. Big lead for Lopez. Ground ball pulled foul down the third base side. Strike one. Ian Guanzon at the dish for the Lincoln Potters. Guanzon a .364 hitter so far. 14 runs batted in. 6 extra base hits. This is a guy that can swing the bat well, and the Rogues definitely remember him from yesterday. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Slider gets away from Chris Ortiz. Going towards second base is Lopez. The throw to second base is late. Jordy Lopez still second, and it's the first stolen base of the evening. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jordy Lopez still in second base, eliminates the opportunity to turn two. And the Rogues are already in a hole, already in the home half of inning number 1. Luna sets, glances at second base. Big lead for Lopez, scores for a bunt, and it misses low. 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. And this is a Lincoln Potter squad that has been aggressive on the base path so far in 2026. Think about what they've been able to do so far. Last night they were into the series of 140 stolen bags. 2 balls, 1 strike. Scores for a bunt as Ian Guanzon waits at the pitch. Slider finds the outer third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And talking of head coach Eli Garcia before first pitch, talked about figuring out a way to compete. And also, kind of one of Eli Garcia's coaching styles is to be aggressive. Had that West Coast baseball mindset, as he said. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's hit in the air, sky high, left center field. Jackson Rosenthal on the run. That is going to carry him off the left center fence. Rounding third, jogging towards home is Jordy Lopez, cruising into third base, and he slides in time. It's an RBI triple off the bat of Ian Guanzon, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Guanzon gets the offense moving on Star Wars night for the Lincoln Potters. And that's a tough pitch, and you talked about how this ball flies in the yard. 1-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the first baseman, Ty McGraw, for the Potters. We are in the home first. Runner at third base, that is Ian Guanzon. And everybody loves Ty McGraw in the Lincoln area. Returner from last year gets ready to go to work for his first trip of the evening. It's been a tough one so far for the Rogues. Can the Rogues find a way to salvage this inning? First pitch. Misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball is just down, was just low of the zone, according to TrackMan. We'll keep an eye on the TrackMan throughout the whole entire evening. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Ty McGraw, the batter. McGraw, .361 hitter. 30 RBIs so far this season. 2-0, slider misses low and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Runner at third base, that is Ian Guanzon. RBI triple for him to get the offense moving. 1 run on 2 hits so far in this inning, and as well as for tonight. 3-0 pitch, chopper to the first base side. Chance Flores takes it on a hop, throws it over to Herman Luna, the starting pitcher, and he steps on the square in time for out number 1. Officially 3-1 on the RBI ground out. That drives Guanzon in from third. It's a 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. And the Rogues trying to minimize the damage, but the Potters coming to play on this Saturday evening. So it's a 2-0 lead for Lincoln. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the home first. Give you that defense is backing up the starter, Herman Luna. Around the horn from third to first, it's Sanchez, Macy, Vinny, and Chance Flores. In the outfield from left to right, it's Jackson Rosenthal, Will Salahar, and Jonathan Walsh. Chris Ortiz is catching. First pitch, fouls it off, right side, strike 1. Shane Miller, the batter for the Lincoln Potters, the shortstop tonight. Miller, a 396 hitter so far. 8 extra base hits, 3 home runs. Potters had a home run last night. Swing and a miss on the slider. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Sets and delivers the 0-2. Chopper over the head of Herman Luna, charging in is Logan Macy, the shortstop, scoops it up to throw to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Base is empty, 2 outs. We are in the home first. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. Here's a DH man, Perrin Bland, his first time playing in the series. Perrin Bland was the part of that series up in the Rogue Valley just last week. The righty swinging the blue and white bat. Settles in for his first trip. First pitch, knuckles it to the left side, scoops it up as Kean Sanchez, the third baseman, to throw to first. On the money for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. 2 runs come across on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. And we have played 1 in the Sacramento Valley. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. We head to the top half of the second right after this. 2 up for the Rogues, Chance Flores, Jackson Rosenthal, and Ethan Swensen. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters against your Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And it was a kind of a tough first inning, but you liked how Herman Luna, the starting pitcher for the Rogues, handled the adversity, giving up a single from Jordy Lopez and an RBI triple from Ian Guanzon. It was an RBI ground out off the bat of Ty McGraw, but a couple of pair of ground outs to get out of the first inning. Against the Rogues offense, back to the dish. Chance Flores leads off the inning for the Rogues. First pitch, slider finds the top third, strike 1. It's Chance Flores, Jackson Rosenthal, Ethan Swensen. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rogues tonight. Final game of this 2-game set, final game of this 2026 campaign between the two programs. Chopper to the left side, and it goes foul left of the line. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Currently, Chance Flores for the Rogues. 250 hitters so far. 1. Chance Flores, 3 triples so far this evening. So far this season, rather. But Chance Flores, I was talking with him a little bit during batting practice. A guy who went to school at Lynn Benton Community College was talking about how to play on an artificial turf. The 0-2. Fastball elevated, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Steve Finelli talked about it when he was on the air with us in the late innings about how fast the infield plays. And we saw a little bit of that yesterday in Game 1. And talking to Chans about it, he said that he's used to the turf because he plays on it all the time. 1-2, fouls it off right side because most of the NWAC schools in the Pacific Northwest are artificial turf. But one of the distinction between the NWAC turfs and the turf here at McBean Park is that the turf at McBean is harder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball. Chance Flores is down on strikes. Second strikeout victim for Jack Gavron so far this evening. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the road second, 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the left fielder, Jackson Rosenthal. Gets his first AB of the evening. Rogues offense trying to get a jump start on this Saturday night. And you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead, he's not been pleased with how the offense has been able to perform on the road. They're trying to get a little bit more consistent. And if you think about it, next week's the final week of the regular season. First offering. First pitch, ground ball to the right side, into right center, base hit for Jackson Rosenthal. And the Rogues get their second hit of the evening. You like what you're seeing from Jackson Rosenthal, making early contact. Second time the Rogues have gotten a base runner on tonight. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the road second, 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the DH man, Ethan Swensen for Medford. Runner at first base is Jackson Rosenthal. Beautiful Saturday evening for baseball in the Sacramento Valley. Blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Typical late July weather at the ballpark. It was Christmas in July yesterday. Very fun night at the ballpark. The first 500 fans last night got a free snow globe. First pitch, slider misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Dave May, Jeff Weiss, I do have your snow globe for you. It's in my suitcase. We'll have that for you on Tuesday. We'll have that in the front office at Harry and David Field. 1 ball and no strikes upcoming. The throw to first base, chases back Jackson Rosenthal, gets back to the bag over the head of first slide. Coaching the bases for the Rogues at first base is the legend Monty Spence. I know his wife and family listening back home in the Rogue Valley. Great seeing them at Solano College on Thursday. 1 ball, no strikes. Swensen fouls it off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. And at third base is the head coach, Kevin Olmstead. Rogues in their patriotic jerseys. They are 1-0 when they wear these patriotic jerseys on this road trip. Swensen trying to provide a little bit of offense for the Rogues this evening. Throw over to first base, chases back Jackson Rosenthal. The thing is that Lincoln's done a really good job of holding the Rogues runners on. The Rogues find a way to be successful on the base paths. It tends to be successful in the score and also the result of the game. 1-1, that's lifted in the air. Right center field, tracking it down is the right throw. Lopez speeds it up, diving grab. Did he reel it in? Yes, he did. Jordy Lopez of another highlight reel grab this summer, and he robs Ethan Swensen for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the road second, 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the 8-hitter for the Rogues, the second baseman, Travis Finney. Rogues offensively trying not to go in reverse like they've had this whole entire series so far. Last night, you think about it, we talked about this in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. The Rogues in 9 innings had at least 1 base runner on. Think about what the Rogues did last night. Could not get a run across. Second time they were shut out in this road trip, and head coach Kevin Olmstead did not like the performance last night. He wants to see this team to be confident. Griffon delivers the first pitch. Slider misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Our computer is overheating currently. 1-0. Slider misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Seeing a healthy dose of sliders from Jack Griffon. And the Wookiee is sounding off. Took a picture with the Wookiee earlier today. Medium-sized lead for Jackson Rosenthal at first base. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Slider again misses low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Travis Finney this season a .327 hitter. 2 doubles, no triples. No home runs, does have 8 RBIs under his belt in 2026. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball elevated, ball 4. Travis Finney takes first, coaxes a 2-out walk to continue the inning. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the road second. 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Here's the 9-hitter for Medford, Will Salahar. This Rogues offense trying to capitalize. Think about what happened in yesterday's game. Rogues' best opportunity to capitalize was in the 3rd inning. And now the battery mates, Agrafon and Smith, huddle up. This pause the action is brought to you by our good friends at the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard that's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. One other game going on in the Pacific Empire League tonight. It's Healdsburg taking on Humboldt. No score yet between the Prune Packers and the Crabs from the historic Arcata Ballpark. So 2 on and 2 outs. Infield is playing deep for the Lincoln Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Matson, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into left center. Will Salahar gets his first AB of the evening. Rogues offense trying to get their first hit in Lincoln. First pitch, pops it up. Left side of the infield, foul territory, goes on the third base and tries to track that one down. And it goes, and it hits the netting on the left side of the field. And it goes for strike 1. There at McBean Park in Lincoln. It is an overhang for shade to keep the fans cool during the summer and also during the spring when William Jessup plays here at McBean. So the ball went through the netting and landed on the concourse. Fans enjoying the game so far. Will Salahar behind, no balls and a strike. And the pitch. Fastball elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Will Salahar this season, a .279 hitter. 3 triples. 3 doubles, rather. 5 runs batted in, but can have the speed for a triple. Big RBI opportunity for this Rogue squad. A ball and a strike upcoming. Fouls it off to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson Rosenthal at second base. Travis Finney at first base. Salahar gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in. The Anthem, Arizona native. Behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild for this Rogue squad tonight. If you're the Rogues, you got to find a way to capitalize. That's been the operative word so far this week. Plus, you want to go back to the Rogue Valley with some momentum to head into that final week. This is a big pitch in this part of the game. Deuce is wild. Runners at first and second in the pitch. 2-2 misses inside, and the count fills. Question is, Will Salahar gets aboard? That loads the bases. You don't want to face the top third of the lineup of the Rogues. Jonathan Walsh waits on deck for Medford. This is probably the biggest pitch of the night so far. Three and 2. Runner goes. Fouls it off. Left side. We'll do it again. Jackson Rosenthal and Travis Finney were gone like the speed of light. Count is still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, and steps off the rubber instead is Jack Raffron. Jack Raffron has been on that first base side of the rubber so far throughout this whole entire outing. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Matson, the center fielder, a couple of steps into left center. Second baseman Groves playing on the lip in right center. 3-2 pitch, fastball elevated, ball 4, and Will Salahar loads the bases. Back-to-back walks issued by Jack Raffon, and the Rogues have the most life offensively in the series. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top half of inning number 2. So the Rogues cover all the bags, 2 outs. 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. We go back to the top of the order. Jonathan Walsh. Walsh tonight 1 for 1 at the dish. A huge RBI opportunity for Jonathan. You think about how this game has gone so far. You have to find ways to capitalize. Jonathan Walsh this season has 12 runs batted in so far. Rosenthal at third, Finney at second base. Will Salahar at first. First one. Slider misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One out. Slider misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. Jonathan singled in the first inning, but was forced out 6-4 for the third and final out of the inning at second base. There is no wind to speak of. The flag is glued to the flagpole off in left center. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball right down the boulevard, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Artificial infield, natural grass outfield at McBean Park. The question is, if you can get a ground ball, the ball is faster on the infield with it being artificial. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball leans out of the way as Jonathan Walsh. 3 balls, 1 strike. That last pitch missed him, missed up and in rather. But if you are the Rogues, just want to just pass the bat along. Logan Macy waits on deck. Three balls, 1 strike. Raffon sets and the pitch. 3-1. Called a strike on the outside corner. We have the TrackMan data in front of us. Did clip that outside corner. And the count goes full. Now this is the biggest pitch of the night. Rogues are treating this like the game of the year. Can they have a game of the year approach at the dish of Jonathan Walsh? 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners cover all the bags. 3-2. Chopper to the third base side. Takes on a hop, goes on it. The throw to first base. And the throw is in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. 5-3 on the ground out. No runs, a hit, no errors, but the Rogues leave the bases loaded. We head to the home half of inning number 2 right after this. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. Bottom half of inning number 2 from McBean Park on this Saturday evening in the Sacramento Valley. It is Star Wars night at the ballpark. Brian Witch back with you on the Rogues Streaming Network. Rogues having the bases loaded in the top half of this inning, but could not capitalize. Herman Luna begins his second inning on the hill so far. 2 runs, 2 hits, no strikeouts yet, and has not issued any walks on this Saturday evening. It's been a tough one so far for the Rogues in this road trip, trying to find ways to capitalize offensively. The pitching staff has had its moments throughout the whole entire week as well. But can the Rogues find a way to finish the week on a high note? Because next week is the final week of the regular season. Rogues have a 3-game homestand against the West Coast Kings. That is Fan Appreciation Week in that series. And then 3 games at the Arcata Ballpark, the final 3-game set of the regular season against the Humble Crabs. Get your tickets for the last 3 home games of this 2026 campaign at medfordroguesbaseball.simpletix.com. 6-7-8-2 up for the Lincoln Potters. Cooper Smith leads off the inning, followed by Jackson Norton and Mays Madden. First pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. 1-0, finds the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rogues offense have had its moments tonight. 1-1, finds the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cooper Smith at the dish for the Lincoln Potters. Smith this season a .317 hitter. Has 3 doubles to his credit so far in 2026. Behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses low, and the count goes square. It was actually 1-2, my apologies. During our commercial break, we spilled my water bottle. 2-2. Fouls it off to the third base side. We'll do it again. So I spilled my water bottle. I was trying to make sure it doesn't get everything wet. So we're good here. And how hot the temperature is in Lincoln, it's going to definitely dissipate in a hurry. Count is square, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses inside, and the count fills. That was just out of the zone, according to TrackMan. Travis Finney, the second baseman, playing on the lip in right center. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar, the center fielder. Couple of steps in the left center. 3-2 pitch, ground ball to the right side. Travis Finney gloves it at second base, so throw to first. On the money for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the home second. 2-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the left fielder, Jackson Norton. Rogues so far this evening trying to slow down the offense of the Lincoln Potters. Potters 2 runs across in the first inning on an RBI triple from Ian Guanzon. Ty McGraw with an RBI ground out, 3-1 officially. First pitch fouled off to the left side at strike 1. In this moment in this game, you definitely want to do batter by batter if you are the Rogues. You don't want to think too far ahead. Strike 1 pitch, fouls it off, goes to the backstop. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Norton last night got aboard twice in the second and in the 4th inning, doubled and scored in the 4th. Got aboard with an RBI single in the second. 0-2. Slider misses low. 1 strikes. Apologies for our technical difficulties. Our computer is overheating at the ballpark. We'll be back to our friendly confines of Harry and David Field on Tuesday night. 1-2. Popped up in the air, down the first base side, goes out of play. We'll do it again, still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Norton trying to get aboard behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. Norton down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Herman Luna tonight. And that's a good pitch, and that slider is working well for Herman Luna this evening. So 2 up and 2 down in the home second. Lincoln 2, Medford nothing. Here's the center fielder for the Potters, Mays Madden, for his first trip of the evening. It's been that type of evening so far. You got to find ways to get the positives for tonight. Ian Sanchez, the third baseman, playing even at the bag for the Rogues. First pitch, fouls off. The fastball goes to the left side. Strike one. Mays Madden at the dish. Potters, first guy that the Rogues have seen for a first time, from St. George, Utah, out of Utah Tech. Guy from the Beehive State. The Trailblazer. Strike one pitch. Slider misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Madden this season a .261 hitter. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Behind 2 balls and 1 strike. Squints to see the sign, and the 2-1. Fastball dots the outside corner, and the count goes square. You like the confidence, you like what you're seeing from Herman Luna so far tonight. Deuces wild in the pitch. Line drive, left field, a base hit. Mays Madden aboard at the 2-out single to extend the inning. Got into left field well on a 2-strike approach. 2-out base runner on for the Lincoln Potters. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 2. 2-0 Potters. Here's the second baseman, Ethan Groves. Potters so far tonight have found ways to capitalize and convert. You think about what happened in that first inning. 2 runs across on 2 hits. A single from Jordy Lopez, an RBI triple from Ian Guanzon. Makes it a 2-0 lead. The thing is you got to keep the Potters offense at bay. They've scored 91 runs so far. Ground ball to the right field. That's for a hit. Rounding second, flying to third base is Madsen, and the ball gets away from the third baseman, Ian Sanchez. Trucking on home is Mays Madden. He scores, staying up. And an error with the RBI. Ethan Groves makes it a 3-0 lead for Lincoln. We thought that the inning was going to go well with the ground out and the strikeout. Mays Madden scores. Ethan Groves gets to third base, so there is an error associated. They're not going to show us what the error. It might be from the outfield, but an error regardless. With the puts Ethan Groves at third base. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 2, 3-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. First pitch, line drive, right center field, drops down for a hit. Easily scoring from third is Ethan Groves. RBI single for Jordy Lopez. It's a 4-0 lead for Lincoln. Herman Luna wants to definitely hop back in the time machine. When it rains, it pours. 2 runs across on 2 hits, 1 error in this inning, and all of 2 outs. The Potters have been busy. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber. He waits, and the pitch. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Ian Guanzon, the batter for the Lincoln Potters. 1 for 1 so far tonight. RBI triple and scored back in the first inning. A guy that provided that offense in that first inning to set the tone and the narrative for the evening. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 popped up in the air down the right field line, goes out of play. And it bounces down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by our good friends at Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. A ball and a strike, runner goes. Fastball, slow chopper to the third base side. Bare hands is Kean Sanders to throw to first base. Gets past the first baseman Kean of Chance Flores. Rounding third, trucking towards home is Jordy Lopez. He scores easily. Ian Guanzon makes it a 3-spot in the second. A 5-0 lead for the Potters. Guanzon gets the second base on the air. Second air committed already. And there's some activity in that Rogues bullpen already. All of 2 outs. I said it before. Lincoln's been busy. So now Chris Ortiz trying to console and trying to calm down Herman Luna. 3 runs across on 2 hits, 2 errors officially. And now the home plate umpire. Breaks up the conversation between the battery mates and longtime friends Chris Ortiz and Herman Luna. So 1 on, 2 outs. It's a 5-0 lead for Lincoln. Ty McGraw going to try to continue the frame. Herman Luna gets ready to go back to work again. Sets up on that first base side of the rubber. And the Lincoln fans starting to chirp a little bit on this Saturday evening. First pitch, and he hits Ty McGraw. And Ty McGraw takes his base, puts runners at first and second. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 2. Nick Berger, the pitching coach for the Rogues, is standing up, has not gone out there for a mound visit yet. But you don't want to get this out of hand if you are the Rogues defensively. Think about this, the clutch 2-out hitting for the Potters tonight. Since the 2 outs, total of 3 runs that came across. And now Nick Berger, the pitching coach for the Rogues, steps out of the dugout. Have a conversation with Herman Luna and the whole entire infield. This pause the action is brought to you by our good friends at the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard that's brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. It is currently, well actually it's going to be, have not started yet between Healdsburg and Humboldt. That's the first game of a 2-game set up the road at the Arcata Ballpark inside the Redwood Curtain. We'll get that score for you throughout the whole entire evening. That's the other game going on in the league. So that conversation concludes between Herman Luna, Chris Ortiz, Nick Berger, and the whole entire infield. So it's a 5-0 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Final game of this 2-game set. Final game of this 2026 regular season. Here's the shortstop, Shane Miller, 0 for 1 so far tonight. And you think about how this team has played so far. About the first inning, okay, it's good. Now, question is, you guys got to find a way to stop the bleeding tonight. First pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner, strike 1. Rogues throughout the whole entire 5 games in California have not been in this situation too many times. Handled themselves well against Healdsburg. Strike 1 pitch. Ground ball, chopper foul. First base side quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Guanzon at second base. McGraw at first. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you think about what this Potters team has done so far. This is the 8th batter in the lineup that Herman Luna has seen so far in this inning. 1-2, fastball gets away from Chris Ortiz, quickly to the ball, throws the mask away, keeps the runners at bay at first and second. Ian Guanzon still at second base. Ty McGraw at first base. We are in the bottom of 2. Shadows starting to form at the ballpark. Herman Luna sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Sets the belt and the 2-2. Misses low, and the count fills. That pitch was low according to TrackMan. You don't want to load the bases. The infield is still playing deep, trying to shade to the right is Medford. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, misses inside ball 4, and Shayna Miller takes first. So it is the first walk issued by Herman Luna this evening. Bases juiced. We are in the bottom half of inning number 2. 5-0 lead for Lincoln. Here is the 5-hitter Perrin Bland, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Lincoln 5, Medford nothing, and you think about what the Rogues had to deal with so far in this inning. You think about the first couple of outs. Cooper Smith grounded out. Jackson Orton struck out. You're thinking, okay, get out of the inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the curveball. Mays Matson got aboard with a single. Ethan Groves reached on an error. RBI single for Jordy Lopez. 2 runs came across at that point. Jordy Lopez on RBI single. Ian Guanzon reaching on an error and scoring. Or having again a run scored. 0-1, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's how you finish and how you're able to find a way to get the job done in this inning. Herman Luna facing a whole lot of adversity. 1-1, and the ball gets away from Chris Ortiz. Scoring from third is Guanzon, and Guanzon scores standing up. It's a 4-spot put up in the inning. It's a 6-0 lead for Lincoln. 6 runs across already this evening, and the frustration continues. Runners at second and third. 2-1. Chopper, third base side, goes foul, says the home plate umpire, and the count goes square, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball escaped into the field of play from the Rogues bullpen. Lorenzo Lew getting warmed up. Stockton guy. Perrin Bland tonight. Ground out to the third baseman, Ian Sanchez, to close the book on the first inning. He is the 9th batter to see Herman Luna in this inning. Guy who led off the inning, Cooper Smith, waits on deck. 2-2. Ground ball pulled to the third base side, gobbled up by the third baseman, Ian Sanchez, to throw to first base. And Chance Flores does the splits, but he stays on the bag at first base. And Perrin Bland grounds out for the third and final out of the inning. 5-3 on the ground out. And that closes the book on the bottom half of inning number 2. But 4 runs come across on 2 hits, 2 errors committed by the Rogues, and 2 left on. Ty McGraw left on at third base, Shayna Miller left on at second, and we have played 2 in the Sacramento Valley, all Lincoln on this Saturday evening in beautiful Northern California. Due up for the Rogues, Logan Macy, Ian Sanchez, and Chris Ortiz. What is the Rogues' response? We shall see. More after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Lincoln 6, Medford nothing. Top half of inning number 3 from McBean Park from Lincoln, California. Brian Woods with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Tough one so far for Star Wars night at the ballpark. Logan Macy leads off the inning for Medford. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, strike one. Jackson stays on the hill for the Lincoln Potters. Logan Macy leads off the inning, followed by Ian Sanchez and Chris Ortiz. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rogues. Rogues offense has been struggling in this series. Strike one pitch, breaking ball, elevated, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a night where the offense has not had its best showing. Is this the inning where it turns around? Oh, 2, 1-1, ground ball to the first base side. That's into right field, base hit. Logan Macy aboard the leadoff single. And that is the 3rd hit of the game for the Rogues. One on, nobody out. We are in the top half of inning number 3. Here's the third baseman, Ian Sanchez. His second at-bat of the evening. 0 for 1 so far. Small lead for Logan Macy at first base. Ty McGraw holding the runner. Jackson sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Waits. And the first pitch. First pitch hits down in the air, left field. That is going to drop down for a hit. Scoots all the way to the wall. Norton, the left fielder, picks it up. Going towards third base is Logan Macy. He coasts into the third base station. It's back-to-back singles off the bat of Logan Macy and Ian Sanchez. That is how the Rogues offense needed to respond after giving up 4 runs in the home half of inning number 2. And that's a big hit if you are Ian Sanchez.
And now batting for the Rogues. Number 48, catcher Chris Ortiz.
So 2 on, nobody out. And somebody had to go pick up the bat for Ian Sanchez. Rogues have an RBI opportunity. You like what you're going to, if you're the Rogues, you got to find a way to keep the offense moving and pass the bat along. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the catcher, Chris Ortiz. Runners at the corners. Logan Macy at third base, Ian Sanchez at first base. First offering. First pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner, strike 1. Chris Ortiz grounded out to close out the first inning. No balls and a strike upcoming. Throws over to first base and crawls back to the bag is Ian Sanchez. Ian Sanchez got back to the bag safely with a head-first crawl.
I took some of it off because it was too much.
No balls and a strike. Ground ball, chopper to the left side, takes it all hop is Miller. The shortstop throws it over second for 1. The throw to first base by Groves in time. 6'4", 320 killing. Drives in a run though. So it's a 6-1 lead for Lincoln, but you like what the Rogues did there, playing the game of baseball. So 2 outs in the inning, base is empty. Here's Chance Flores, the first baseman. In a night where the Rogues offense has had its moments. First one. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Chopper to the left side. Scoops it up is the shortstop. Miller throws it over to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. It's the Rogues getting a run across on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the home half of inning number 3 right after this. 6-1 Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
6-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Call to the bullpen for the first time on this Saturday evening goes to the Rogues. Lorenzo Lew takes over from the starter Herman Luna in this pitching change tonight and all season long. Brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Herman Luna goes 2 innings on the hill, gives up 4 hits, 6 runs, 2 errors, issued 1 walk and 1 strikeout in his outing on the hill. Lorenzo Lew, ERA this season 2.81, 2 wins, 1 loss, 10 appearances, gets his 11th appearance of 2026, 16 innings on the hill, and opposing batters are hitting .246 against him. And for the second straight inning, Cooper Smith leads off the inning for the Lincoln Potters. Cooper Smith leads off the inning, followed by Jackson Norton and Mays Matson. This is a big inning right now for this Rogue squad to find a way to settle the bats down against Lincoln. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. First one home. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. You think about how this team has played so far tonight. Lincoln answering the call. Before the series, they scored 80 runs on their winning streak in those 5 games against the West Coast Kings and the Solano Mudcats. 1 misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lorenzo Lew sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Guy who grew up in the area. Grew up in Stockton. 1-1. This is low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you think about how this evening has been. It has not been the best for the Rogues pitching staff. Herman Luna giving up 6 runs in 2 innings. 2-1 misses outside at 3 balls, 1 strike. Scoreboard not working off in left center. Home plate umpire direct indicating the count to both dugouts. 3-1. Ground ball to the right side, goes to his left as Travis Finney scoops it up to throw it to first base on the money for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. Here's the left fielder Jackson Norton for the Lincoln Potters. 6-1 lead for Lincoln. Rogues going to run across in the top half of this inning on the RB on the double play that drove in Logan Macy. That is the first run scored in this series for the Rogues. First pitch to Norton. Fastball misses low, 1 ball and no strikes. Jackson Norton tonight struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Strike 1-0 pitch, misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Lorenzo Lew is still in the sun on the hill. Three balls and no strikes. But Norton is in the shadows. 3-0 pitch, finds the outer third at 3 balls, 1 strike. So everything is in the shade. Lorenzo Lew is still facing the evening sun. 3-1. misses low, ball 4. Jackson Norton takes first. First walk issued by Lorenzo Lew this evening. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 3, 6-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the 8-hitter, Mays Matson. 1 for 1 so far tonight. This is a very intriguing inning. If you are the Rogues, you're going to find a way to get out of this inning. You got to definitely turn 2. Throw to first base, quickly trying to get Jackson Norton out at first base, gets back to the bag of a head for a slide. Mays Matson just barely climbed in the box, and Lorenzo Lew fired it over to first base. First one, breaking ball, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Lorenzo Lew just made the announcement this last week that he's going to be going to Folsom Lake College, previously at Delta College. But Lorenzo's a big factor and a big candidate, and a guy that 0-1 finds the outside corner, strike 2. He's a celebrity in the blitzball arena. Blitzball, the wiffle ball style, but you can't say wiffle ball. Throw to first base, chases back the runner. Jackson Norton gets back to the bag of a head for a slide. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball pound, that is foul down the first base side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson Norton was going on the pitch. Goes back to first base. No wind blowing at the ballpark. The flag is glued to the flagpole off in left center. Count is square at 2, and the pitch. Ball gets away from the catcher, Chris Ortiz. Scooting easily to second base is Jackson Norton. That eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. Another stolen base already in this game for the Lincoln Potters. Lorenzo Lew facing the adversity. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hits that to the first base side, gobbled up by Chance Flores, the first baseman, steps on the square in time for out number 2. 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. That advances Jackson Norton to third base. So 2 outs and a runner at third base. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. 6-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Very interesting evening so far. You are the Rogues. You definitely want to find a way to get out of the inning. Potters have not put up a goose egg yet in this game. First 2 frames have been 6 runs in total, 2 in the first, 4 in the second. First pitch. Not see the indication. Strike 1 pitch, says the scoreboard. Finds the outside corner quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the second base and Ethan Groves reaching on air in his first AB. And now the home plate umpire says 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, breaking ball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
They're brand new, Don. And have a UVF rating of
2-1. Fastball misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third base is Jackson Norton. He's there because he drew a walk, got the second base on the stolen base off the pass ball. Now the question is, you got to find a way to minimize damage. This is a big inning right now for Lorenzo Lew. 3 balls, 1 strike. Slider misses down and in, ball 4. Ethan Groves takes first and puts runners at the corners. 2 on, 2 outs. We are the bottom of 3, 6-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. And now it is a mound visit with the pitching coach Nick Berger and battery mates Chris Ortiz and Lorenzo Lew. This pause the action is brought to you by our good friends at Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Lincoln 6, Medford 1. Just a conversation between battery mates and pitching coach Nick Berger. There is some activity in the Rogues bullpen. It is a fireworks night at the ballpark. That's going to be a lot of fun tonight to close out the evening. Potters have brought the fireworks so far in the first 2 innings with 6 runs. Can the Rogues counter with some fireworks?
Now batting for the Lincoln Potters, now right fielder from Cal State Jordy Lopez.
First offering, fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. We go back to the top of the order of Jordy Lopez. Lopez reaching on base 2 times, 2 for 2 at the dish. Potters put runners at the corners. Norton at third base, Groves at first. 1-0, misses up and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Lorenzo steps off the hill. The blitz ball king, the celebrity. Gets back on the hill, works on that first base side of the rubber. 2-0, gets away from Chris Ortiz. Chris Ortiz gets the ball back. 3 balls, no strikes. Lorenzo waits, and the 3-0. Fastball misses low, ball 4, and that loads the bases. Base runners on via the walk. So bases loaded. 2 outs, 6-1 lead for Lincoln. Here's the 2-hitter for the Potters, Ian Guanzon. Guanzon 1 for 1 with an error tonight. And this has been that type of evening. Rogues defense just trying to find a positive in a sea of negatives. If you are Medford, you can definitely find a way to get that third and final out. Potters have not. They've scored a run in the first 2 innings at least. First pitch, slider gets away from Chris Ortiz. Great catch, throws it over to the plate, and the ball skips away from Lorenzo Lew, and a run scores. Jackson Norton gets the first run across in the inning. It's a 7-1 lead for the Potters. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners advance to second and third. Groves to third base. Lopez the second. Is on ahead, 1 ball and no strikes already. Sets and the pitch. Slider misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Lew sets and the 2-0 pitch. Slider misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Blue skies overhead. Not a cloud in sight. Perfect evening for baseball in the month of July. Final game before heading back home to Medford. 3-0. Misses low, ball 4. Ian Guanzon takes first, and it's back-to-back walks issued by Lorenzo Lew. And the bases are loaded. Head coach Kevin Olmstead has seen enough. And Kevin walks out to the mound swiftly. And he takes the ball away from Lorenzo Lew. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom half of inning number 3. 7-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. The third inning continues. New pitcher on the hill for the Medford Rogues. It is Eric Hernandez in relief of the reliever Lorenzo Lew. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Lorenzo Lew going 2/3 of an inning. No hits, 1 run, no errors, issuing 4 walks in his outing. And the first batter Eric Hernandez sees is Ty McGraw. Eric Hernandez this season an ERA of .75, no wins, no losses, 5 appearances, 1 start, 12 innings on the hill, and he faces Ty McGraw for the first time tonight. Eric Hernandez was just on the hill at Solano College, faced the same situation, but was 1 out. Eric Hernandez sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, fastball misses up and out, 1 ball, no strikes. Ty McGraw tonight, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Got the third base in the second. Drove in a run on the RBI ground out in the first. Potters cover all the bags. Groves at third base. Lopez at second. Guanzon at first base. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball did go around on it. 2 balls, 1 strike. We heard from Eric Hernandez earlier this week when we were at Recreation Park. He was our Rogues Player Spotlight. A guy who wants to be a surgeon after his baseball career is done. The surgeon going to try to find a way to sneak out of the inning. Eric Hernandez gets the signal from his battery mate, Chris Ortiz. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. That misses low, or for ball 4. Well, actually, now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Thought my chair was breaking on me for a bit. Good crowd on hand at McBean Park. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Ty McGraw. Fouls it off to the screen, and the count fills. Shane Miller waits on deck for Lincoln. And Eric Hernandez was in that same situation he was on Thursday evening at Solano College against the Solano Mudcats, trying to find a way to dance his way out of the inning. Can the surgeon prevail in this bottom half of inning number 3? 7-1 lead for the Potters. Count is full, and the pitch. Hits that in the air. Left field, tracking it down is Kean Sanchez. Trying to get out of the way as the whole entire bullpen just lands. Just left of the line, goes out of play. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ty McGraw gets back into the batter's box after climbing out. Groves at third, Lopez at second, Guanzon at first base. Eric Hernandez sets up on that first base side of the rubber, right against left. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fouls it off. Third base side, everybody in the Rogues dugout ducks away from it. And we'll do it again. Everybody goes to their places. Groves at third, Lopez at second, Guanzon at first base. Potters have been on the move. But Ty McGraw has been at the dish. Have not been able to execute the hit and run in this game yet. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch again from Eric Hernandez. 3-2, line drive, right field, a base hit. 1 runs in, rounding third, speeding towards home is Jordy Lopez, and the stop sign put up for Ian Guanzon at third base. It's a 2-run single off the bat of Ty McGraw. The inning continues. It's a 3-spot put up in the inning. It's a 9-1 lead for Lincoln. Tough one so far. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 3. 9-1 lead for Lincoln. First one comes home from Eric Hernandez. First pitch, fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Eric checks on the runner of Ty McGraw at first base. Ty McGraw went deep in yesterday's game. He's at first. 1-0. Flips the outside third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shane Miller at the dish. 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out to the shortstop. Logan Macy in the first. Drew a walk in the second. Got the second base, but was left stranded there. Has not been the outing defensively that the Rogues envisioned. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Misses low and outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. This is a big inning right now. You don't want this inning to spiral like the second inning did. Eric Hernandez trying to find a way to stop the bleeding. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch. And the count goes square. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar, couple of steps into right center. Hernandez facing the lefty, Shane Miller. Miller, one of the difference makers in this winning streak for the Potters. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Miller down on strikes, and that's the first strikeout victim for Eric Hernandez this evening, and that closes the book on the 3rd inning. 2 pitchers pitch in the inning, and it's a 3-spot put up by the Potters. 3 runs across on a 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on runners at the corners. Ian Guanzon left on at third base. Ty McGraw left on at first. Ty McGraw's 2-run single makes it a 9-1 lead for Lincoln. We have played 3 in the Sacramento Valley. Due up for the Rogues in the top half of inning number 4. Jackson Rosenthal, Ethan Swensen, and Travis Finney. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. New pitcher for the Lincoln Potters. We begin the top half of inning number 4 from McBean Park. 9-1 Potters against the Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Jack Griffon, final line score, 3 innings on the hill, 4 hits, 1 run, no errors, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And the Potters give the ball to Dawson Raddick out of Reinhardt University. First offering on the way. First pitch finds the inside corner, strike 1. This pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by Southern Oregon, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Dawson Raddick facing Jackson Rosenthal, Ethan Swensen, and Travis Finney. 6-7-8-2 up for the Rogues. Strike 1 pitch. Misses outside at 1 ball, 1 strike. Dawson Raddick this season, the right-handed pitcher. 1.02 ERA, 17 2/3 innings on the hill. Waits to the 1-1. Waits and delivers the 1-1. Jackson Rosenthal hits that in the air, sky high, left field. Going back is Norton at the track. And does he make the grab? The ball escapes away from Norton. Jackson Rosenthal gets to second base. And Jackson Rosenthal leads off the 4th inning with a double. He hit it sky high in the air, left field. The sun, where it is probably the brightest part of the yard this evening. Jackson Norton trying to find a way to get that ball, but could not track it down due to the sun, and that results in a leadoff double off the bat of Jackson Rosenthal. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the top of 4. Here's the DH man for the Rogues, Ethan Swensen. 9-1 lead for Lincoln. And this final game of this 2-game set, final meeting in the regular season between these two squads. And if you are the Rogues, you got to find a way to get that second run across. Ethan Swensen with an RBI opportunity. Swensen so far has 2 runs batted in as a Medford Rogue. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball gets away from the catcher. Smith going towards third base is Jackson Rosenthal. And a pass ball puts the Rogues only 90 feet away from scoring. You're going to take any advantage you can and take anything you can find. And the Rogues right now offensively starting to build a little bit of confidence on this Saturday evening. We are on the top of 4. Runner at third base. 2 balls and no strikes for Ethan Swensen. Dawson Raddick out of Reinhardt University. Knows head coach Kevin Olmstead well. The Submariner on the hill. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straightaway. Matt's in the center fielder, just a couple of steps into left center. 2 balls and no strikes. Chopper, the first base side. Ty McGraw takes it on a hop. The first baseman underhands it over to Dawson Raddick, the pitcher, and he steps on the square in time for out number 1. RBI ground out off the bat of Ethan Swensen drives in Jackson Rosenthal. It's a 9-2 lead for the Potters on this Saturday evening in the Sacramento Valley. So it is 3-1 on the RBI ground out. You like what the Rogues are doing. The game of baseball being in full effect. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the road to 4th. 9-2 Lincoln. Here's the second baseman for the Rogues, Travis Finney. Finney today reaching on base in his first AB, back in the second. The whole entire infield is shaded. First pitch from Raddick. This is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. There's a sliver of the infield in the shortstop position and the out in the second base position. Still a little bit in the sun. The third baseman, Guanzon, still in the sun. Now creeps into the shade. 1-0. Finney pops that in the air. First base side of the infield. Ty McGraw calling everybody off. Works in foul territory. Goes to his right. And he secures it for the second out of the inning. Travis Finney pops out for out number 2. Base is empty, 2 outs. We are in the top half of inning number 4. 9-2 lead for Lincoln. Here's the center fielder, Will Salahar, also got aboard in his first AB, back in the second inning. Salahar gets out, takes a deep breath before climbing into the batter's box. Goes to work now. In an evening where the Rogues offense has had its moments. First pitch finds the outside corner, strike 1. This has been the part of the lineup that has been able to draw out at bats and get aboard of a walk. Travis Finney got aboard of a walk in his first AB, back in the second. Will Salahar got aboard of a walk as well in the second. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Will Salahar gets back in the batter's box. Waits for the 1-1 from Dawson Raddick. Right-handed pitcher works on that third base side of the rubber. 1-1, swing and a miss on the curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 run on 1 hit in this inning. The Rogues piecing together runs, but got to play catch-up this evening. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the curveball. And Dawson Raddick gets his first strikeout victim of the evening. And the side is retired. 1 run comes across on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the home half of inning number 4. Right after this, it's a 9-2 lead for Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. My galaxy far, far away in Lincoln, California, we head to the bottom half of inning number 4. It is Star Wars night at McBean Park. Final game of this 2-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Lincoln leading 9-2 against Medford, and the Rogues offense getting the run across in the top half of inning number 4 on an RBI ground out from Ethan Swensen driving in Jackson Rosenthal. Jackson leading off the inning in the top with a double to left field. And the Rogues defense trying to find a way to slow down the offense of Lincoln. Rogues so far tonight giving up 9 runs so far on 5 hits. Rogues have not won the freebie war so far tonight. Can Eric Hernandez trying to find a way to change the tide of this one? First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Perrin Bland leads off the inning for the Lincoln Potters. Perrin Bland leads off, followed by Cooper Smith and Jackson Norton. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Potters. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Sets up on that first base side of the rubber is Eric Hernandez. Strike one pitch, breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was outside according to the TrackMan here at the ballpark. Perrin Bland tonight 0 for 2 at the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez takes a deep breath and fires the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. You like that pitch. Think about that great outing by Eric Hernandez on Thursday evening against the Solano Mudcats. Bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Found a way to get himself and the Rogues out of the jam. Eric Hernandez, a guy that grew up in California, just grew up a couple of hours south in the Silicon Valley, or southern Santa Clara. That's hit in the air. Right field going to his right. Circling for it is to the left is Jonathan Walsh, and the right fielder makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 4. 9-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the catcher Cooper Smith this evening. 0 for 2 at the dish. Rogues offense has had its moments so far tonight. The Rogues defense as well struggling. A very tough second and third inning. And that's been that type of evening for the Rogues so far. It is shaded in the whole entire infield. Outfield is completely in the sun. Hernandez sets, and the first pitch. Fouls it off to the screen, strike 1. Cooper Smith in the 6th spot for the Lincoln Potters. Grounded out to the second baseman, Travis Finney in the 2nd. Grounded out to him again in the 3rd inning. Has not reached on base yet. No balls, 1 strike, takes a deep breath, and fires a pitch. Fastball elevated, 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. A ball and a strike upcoming. Breaking ball, this is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hernandez gets ready. And the pitch. Chops it foul, first base side. Count goes square. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cooper Smith from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. From Utah Tech, the Trailblazer at the dish. 3 ABs in the spring for the Trailblazers in the Beehive State. Think about baseball in Utah. You have Utah, BYU, Utah Valley, Utah Tech. Ball flies well in the Beehive State due to the elevation. Count is square, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called strike 3 right down the pipe. Cooper Smith down on strikes. That is the 2nd strikeout victim for Eric Hernandez tonight. And you like that pitch location and that pitch selection by Eric during the at-bat. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 4. Touchdown lead for Lincoln, 9-2 Potters. Here is the 7-hitter Jackson Norton. 0 for 1 of a walk tonight. Final game of this 2-game set. You think about how this inning has gone on, and you think about how the evening has transpired for the Rogues. You gotta celebrate any win you can. First pitch, ground ball to the right side, charges it is the second baseman Travis Finney. The throw to first base in time for out number 3, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. For the first time this evening, the Lincoln Potters go in order 1, 2, 3. We go to the top half of inning number 5 right after that. Right after this, that means it is the awesome pool guy 5th inning. 1, 2, 3, 2 up for the Rogues. Jonathan Walsh, Logan Macy, and Kian Sanchez. It's a 9-2 lead for Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 9-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters, top half of inning number 5, and that means it is the Asa Pool Guy 5th inning. The 5th inning is brought to you by the Asa Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool lighter? Call Asa Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Lincoln calls the bullpen on this Saturday evening, and it's a familiar name to you in the Rogue Valley. It's C.J. Riccardi getting his work tosses in relief of the reliever Dawson Raddick in this pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. The former Rogue who was at Sierra College just wrapped up his first year at Harding University, gets an opportunity to take on his former team, and he faces 1, 2, and 3 in the Rogues batting order. Jonathan Walsh leads off the inning, followed by Logan Macy and Ian Sanchez. Rogues offense, 2 runs across so far, and the 1 run across in the 3rd and in the 4th inning. Rogues looking for a little bit more offense on this Saturday evening before heading back up to the Rogue Valley for the final 3 home games of the 2026 campaign. After tonight, 6 more games in the regular season. Postseason still in reach of the Rogues. First offering it to Jonathan Walsh. Pops that one up in the air. In the middle of the infield, tracking it down is the third baseman Guanzon. And Guanzon makes the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the 5th inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the Asa Pool Guy 5th inning. 9-2 lead for Lincoln. Here's the 2-hitter Logan Macy. 1 for 2 so far tonight. C.J. Riccardi facing 1 pitch, facing 1 batter, gets him out on 1 pitch. The former Rogue from just right in this area, Granite Bay, California. We were talking about this on the road trip earlier this week. First pitch, fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. C.J. Riccardi and his family invited the team last year to a barbecue at his house in Granite Bay. So much fun. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there was a pull, and yours truly was thrown into the pool by Troy Osborne and Orlando Covarrubias. A ball and a strike. Fastball fouled off right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I was wet, and that was cool. It was a hot one because it was a little bit hotter than it is today. Temperatures were in the triple digits. I see CJ's dad down below has the video camera out. 1-2. Fastball elevated, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But technically, it is the phone, has the phone out, recording this moment. It's always happy to see former Rogues out and about, being successful. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leans 2, pops that one up as Logan Macy tracking it down as a shortstop Miller calling everybody off with the shades, makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Asa Pool Guy 5th inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. 9-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Rogues, oh my word, it's the mascot trying to spray our computer. So we are broadcasting it with the fans. So 2 outs and the base is empty. Scorebook's wet, but we're good. We continue. First pitch finds the outside corner, strike one. Ian Sanchez at the dish, 1 for 2 so far tonight. Singled in the third, was the victim of a 6-4-3 double play in the third inning. Flied out to the right footer Lopez in the first. Strike one pitch, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the crazy thing is, my mixer is a little bit wet. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. We got our handy tandy Powerade towel here. Two balls and a strike upcoming. Two and one home. Misses low and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in, still ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Fastball dots the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ken gets back in the batter's box, waits. Riccardi is 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. Ian Sanchez down on strikes. First strikeout victim for C.J. Riccardi, and he strikes out and forces his former team in order, sends him in order 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We continue the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Bottom half of inning number 5 we go. 9-2 Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogren CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogren CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogren CN Medford Airport at rogrencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. We continue the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning from McBean Park in Lincoln, California. Lincoln 9, Medford 2, bottom half of inning number 5. Rogues call to the bullpen once again on this Saturday evening, and they send in Jaden Neugebauer in relief of Eric Hernandez. His pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 8-9-1 due up for the Potters. Mace Madsen leads off the inning, followed by Ethan Groves. Ground ball to the right side, takes it on hop as Travis Feeding, the second baseman, throws it over to first base. And the throws on the money for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the bottom half of inning number 5. Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Here's the second baseman, Ethan Groves. So it's Madsen, followed by Groves, and then back to the top of the order with Jordy Lopez. Jaden Neugebauer this season for the Rogues. ERA of 1.23. 5 appearances, no wins, no losses, no starts, 7 in the third innings pitched. Opposing batters hitting .273 against him. The guy who grew up just up the road in Chico, California. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. Ethan Groves at the dish. Drew a walk and came around and scored in the third, reached on air and scored in the second. Two and one. Fastball misses inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Jaden Neugebauer fixing himself, gets the hat back. Three-one. Hits that in the air, right center field. Going back is Jonathan Walsh. That's going to drop down for a hit in the right center. Rounding first, speeding towards second. Might dig for a 3 as Groves. Groves turns on the Jets towards third base, and he drops the anchor at third. It's a 1-out stand-up triple for Ethan Groves. We talked about how this ball can fly at McBean. Ethan Groves taking full advantage of it. It's a 1-out base runner on in the bottom half of the 5th. So a touchdown lead for the Lincoln Potters, 9-2 lead for Lincoln. Tough one so far tonight if you are the Rogues. Lincoln can definitely trade it out for a run on this Saturday evening. But if you are Jaden Neugebauer, you can definitely find a way to try to capitalize. Infield is playing in for the Rogues. First pitch, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. So we're back to the top of the order of Jordy Lopez. Lopez tonight, 2 for 2 with a walk. Guy's been swinging the bat pretty well so far in the series, and tonight 1-0, hits that in the air, left center field. That is going to drop down for a hit. 1 runs easily in, rounding second, but puts the brakes on as Jordy Lopez at second base. It's an RBI double for the Potters, and it's a 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Tough one already. And a tough evening continues. So 1 on, 1 out. We are in the awesome pool guy 5th inning. Here is the third baseman, Ian Guanzon. Has reached on base all 3 at-bats, his 4th AB of the night. Jaden Neugebauer sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First offering, fastball, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Now time taken, and now the home plate umpire allows a conversation between battery mates Chris Ortiz and Jaden Neugebauer. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Final game of this 2-game set between the 2 programs. Lincoln has led since the jump. 2 runs across in the first inning, 4 runs across in the second, and then 3 runs across in the home half of inning number 3, and then a run across in this home half of the 5th inning. So it's been that tough evening for Medford. Can the Rogues find a way to turn it into a positive? 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball, fouls it off. Goes to the right side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ian Guanzon so far this evening, RBI triple that got the offense moving in the first inning. Came around and scored off the RBI triple. Reached on air and scored in the second. Drew a walk in the third. Got the third base, left stranded there. Potters have done a pretty good job of keeping their offense on the move. Jaden Neugebauer trying to find a way to get that second out of the inning. Neugebauer checks on the runner at second base. Checks again and fires the pitch. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 home from Jaden. 2-1, ground ball to left side. Big, good stab by Logan Macy, the shortstop, and it's dug out in time by Chance Flores. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Here's the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Ty McGraw 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. And the Rogues have struggled against him this evening. And the Lincoln Potters fans love him. Guy who was a part of a College World Series team in Omaha, Nebraska. First pitch, breaking ball. Finds the outside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Ty McGraw in his first AB got aboard with an RBI ground out, 3-1 in the first. Hit by a pitch in the second, got the third base, was left stranded there. And then in the third inning, runner goes to third base, and the tag is not in time. Jordy Lopez catching everybody off guard, and he steals third base. So no balls and 1 strike. And now, somebody from the bullpen was ejected from the game for the Rogues. Now head coach Kevin Olmsted gets out of the dugout. So somebody from the bullpen for the Rogues got ejected. So now head coach Kevin Olmsted walks to that bullpen on the third base side. And now picked by committee, I believe. And Wyatt Green is ejected from the game. So the frustration continues. So Wyatt Green is ejected from the game. So after a lengthy pause, we continue. So no balls and 1 strike, runner at third base. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So just now tuning in, Wyatt Green ejected from the game. He was in the bullpen, 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2 on the slider. So craziness. First time in Lincoln in this series. Rogues bullpen is still active. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ty McGraw down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close. First strikeout victim for Jaden Neugebauer this evening. 1 run across on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left. Jordy Lopez left on at third base, and we have played 5 in the Sacramento Valley. This wraps up the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. We go to the top half of inning number 6 right after this. Due up for the Rogues in the top half of inning number 6, middle of the order, Chris Ortiz, Chance Flores, and Jackson Rosenthal. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. We head to the top half of inning number 6 from McBean Park. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Just now tuning in, there was a player ejection from the Rogues bullpen. Wyatt Green ejected from the game. saying something during the bottom half of inning number 5 when Jordy Lopez stole third base. So it is a new pitcher on the hill for the Lincoln Potters. It is Jacob Gregan. Gregan takes over in relief of C.J. Riccardi. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Chris Ortiz leads off the inning, followed by Chance Flores and Jackson Rosenthal. First pitch swinging, that's in the air. Right center field, charging in is Matson, the center fielder. Makes the grab, keeps the hat on with the shades, and makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. One pitch, 1 out to begin the top half of inning number 6. Base is empty, 1 out. It's a 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the first baseman, Chance Flores. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Jacob Gregan, a guy who was in that series just last week in the Rogue Valley. Jacob Gregan, the right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 175 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. From the University of New Mexico, the Lobo on the hill. First pitch, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We touched on this when he was on the hill at Harry and David Field. A definite change for him this summer. 1-0 pitch, ground ball to left side, scooped up by the shortstop Miller, throws it over to first base, and is dug out in time by the first baseman, Ty McGraw. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the inning. 10-2 for Lincoln. There's a left fielder for the Rogues, Jackson Rosenthal. The Rogues trail by 8. And a frustrating night so far. Think about what this game has gone through. Jackson Rosenthal trying to provide a little bit more offense. First pitch, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal's double to lead off the top half of inning number 4 was crucial for the Rogues. Got both of a double. Got over third base. Fouls it off. 1 ball. Actually, my apologies. 2 balls and no strikes, says the scoreboard. We'll make sure. Scoreboard reads 2 balls and no strikes. Did not get a sign yet from the home plate umpire. 2-0. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Jackson tonight, 2 for 2 at the dish, leading candidate for player of the game. Singled in the second. Got the third base with left stranded there. Doubled and scored in the 4th. 3-0. Fastball finds the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. So if you are the Rogues, gotta find a way to turn this negative into a positive. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses low, ball 4. Jackson Rosenthal coaxes the 2-out walk to extend the inning. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 6. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the DH man, Ethan Swensen. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Does have an RBI to his credit on this Saturday evening. Sun is starting to set in Northern California. Glacier blue sky still overhead, not a cloud in sight. Rogues offense so far trying to not let their season set on them. Still got a week, you still got 6 games left in the regular season. A lot of baseball can happen in between here and there that we talked about a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. First pitch did swing on it is Ethan Swensen. No balls and 1 strike. So officially in the standings in the Pacific Empire League, no balls and 1 strike. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Swensen flied out to the right fielder Lopez in the second. Grounded it. RBI ground out for him. 3-1 in the 4th. Drove in Jackson Rosenthal. So it's the Prune Packers. They're 16-4 overall in the season. Medford's 11-7. 0-2 misses up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the outside looking in is the Potters. One-two, gets away from the catcher Smith, trying to throw it over to second base, and the tag to Jackson Rosenthal is applied in time. Rosenthal had a good lead at second base, had a good lead at first, but is tagged out and he's caught stealing at second base to close the book on the top half of inning number 6. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We end the bottom half of inning number 6 right after this. 10-2 game in favor of Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Bottom half of inning number 6 we go from McBean Park in Lincoln, California. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters against your Medford Rogues. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogues Streaming Network. Rogues turn to the bullpen once again on this Saturday evening. They turn to Matty Ibrahim Jr. in relief of Jaden Neugebauer. This pitching change and pause the action is brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Matty Ibrahim Jr. getting his warm-up tosses in. An ERA of .84, 1 win, no losses, 8 appearances so far in 2026. 10 2/3 innings on the hill. 10 2/3 innings with opposing batters hitting 200 against him in 2026. He faces 4, 5, and 6 in the Potters batting order. Shane Miller leads off the inning, followed by Perrin Bland and Cooper Smith. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That's brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. It's a 2-1 lead for Humboldt against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That's in the bottom half of inning number 5 in the Arcata Ballpark. That is a crucial game. If you are the Crabs, you got to find a way to claw yourself back into the postseason hunt. No pun intended, of course. So a 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters back here at McBean Stadium at McBean Park. Shane Miller so far tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Matty Ibrahim Jr. sets up on that third base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. First pitch knuckles it in the air right to the second baseman, Travis Finney. He gloves it for out number 1. Shane Miller lines out for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 6. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Here's the 5-hitter for the Potters. Perrin Bland 0 for 3 at the dish. Actually, my apologies. It is a new batter in for the Potters. Hayden Neugebauer, guy who was in the lineup in the Rogue Valley last week, gets an opportunity to take on Matty Ibrahim Jr. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. There's a new catcher. There's going to be a new batter in the next at-bat. First pitch. Baseball finds outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Hayden Neugebauer at the dish. This season a .287 hitter. No balls and a strike upcoming from Matty Ibrahim Jr. Fouls it off down the left field line. Quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. And if you've been tuning in throughout the whole entire season, you've heard the Matty Ibrahim stories about the Fresno Pacific University performance hoodie. I did bring the performance hoodie on the road. I wore it down for the Healdsburg series. 0-2. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matty Ibrahim Jr. was wearing his Biola University performance hoodie. So you know the rivalry between Biola and FPU. Longtime rivals in the Pac-West. FPU going to the CCAA. They are in the CCAA right now, but it was kind of funny. Matty Ibrahim Jr. said, we got to get a picture of the performance hoodies. 1-2. This is outside, and the count goes square. That has to happen by the end of the season. Picture of Matty Ibrahim Jr. and I'm wearing the FPU performance hoodie. Matty's wearing his Biola performance hoodie. Count is square, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter. Aiden Diomi down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Matty Ibrahim Jr. tonight. And Matty Ibrahim Jr. is on the rails so far. You like that pitch, you like that splitter. And the Rogues defense starting to find some positives this evening. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 6. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. It is the new batter coming in for the Lincoln Potters. It is Kyle Pedersen. Kyle Pedersen played a little bit in the Rogue Valley for the Potters this season. So Kyle Pedersen settles in for his first trip, his first at-bat. First pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike one. You like that pitch location by Matty Ibrahim Jr. so far tonight. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Matty Ibrahim Jr. sets up on that third base side of the rubber, the strike one pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Pedersen, a 195 hitter so far this summer. Matty sets. He waits. 0-2. Fastball misses low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matty sets up. He waits. And the 1-2 home. Fastball misses low, escapes away from Chris Ortiz. And the count goes square. Two and 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the slider. Back-to-back Ks for Matty Ibrahim Jr. And it's another 1-2-3 inning in the Sacramento Valley. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Rogues offense going to be up in the top half of inning number 7. 7-8-9 due up for the Rogues. Ethan Swensen, Travis Finney, and Will Salahar due up. It's a 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Another call to the bullpen on this Saturday evening in the Sacramento Valley. Top half of inning number 7 we go from McBean Park. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. And the new pitcher for the Lincoln Potters is Alex Crosno. Alex Crosno takes over from Jacob Gregan. This pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 1070 Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. First offering to Travis Finney. First pitch, escapes away from the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. The catcher now for the Lincoln Potters is Kyle Pedersen. Travis Finney at the dish, followed by Will Salahar. Back to the top of the order with Jonathan Walsh. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Rogues. 1-0. Fastball misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. So Alex Krosno got an opportunity to pitch in the series on last week in the Rogue Valley. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner, 2 balls, 1 strike. Travis Finney tonight 0 for 1 with a walk. Drew a walk in the second inning. Got the second base, was left stranded there. Popped out to the first baseman, Ty McGraw, in the fourth. 2-1. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. You never know what you're going to see at McBean Park. A couple of fans from the Rogues, part of the Finelli family. Dylan Finelli's cousins here tonight, 2-2. Fastball misses low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. They asked me for my autograph. That was really cool. Steve Finelli's here tonight, and we were talking before the game, and he brought Dylan's cousins. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Slider misses down and out, ball 4. Travis Finney takes first, a leadoff walk for the Rogues. So a leadoff man on for the Rogues. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the top half of inning number 7. Here's the center fielder, Will Salahar. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Final game of this 2-game set. Final game of the regular season between the Potters and the Rogues. Rogues offense trying to get jump-started before heading on to the bus back to the Rogue Valley to close out the regular season next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all home games. Get your tickets at Medford Rogues Baseball. .simpletix.com. First pitch to Will Salahar. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. So Steve Finelli was telling me the story before the game, and he was telling me, yeah, he told the cousins, he said, hey, who do you want? You want to meet the players? You want to meet the coaches? They said, we want to meet Brian. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball elevated, 2 balls and no strikes. So we're about to go on the air, and the cousins come up. Steve Finelli introduced them, and they live in this area in Northern California, and it is going to be a conversation on the hill with the pitching coach, Nate Kowalski. Heads out, has a conversation with Alex Krosno and the whole entire Lincoln bullpen, Lincoln infield rather. This pause the action brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Home plate umpire walking out, breaks the conversation breaks up on its own. So that was pretty cool. They wanted to meet me first. That was really cool. I'm probably going to remember that for the rest of my life. It's always been an honor and a pleasure to interact with our fans and interact with you, the listeners on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's been a lot of fun this summer. Can't believe the regular season comes to an end. Possibly Sunday, next week at the Arcado Ballpark. Still a lot of baseball to play. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But there's been so many memories, too many to count, of the interactions with the parents and working with this team and being able to tell these young student athletes their story. 2 balls and 1 strike, the pitch. Fastball misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. So I got to sign a couple of autographs during a commercial break. I don't know if anybody can say that you signed autographs while on a commercial break. Sets up on that first base side of the rubber, the 3-1. Fastball finds the inside third, and the count fills. Has it been a good contingency of Rogues fans throughout the whole entire week? A lot of the players are from the state of California. Tristan Ainsworth's parents have been to every single game. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Will Salahar down on strikes for the first strikeout of the inning for Alex Krosno in his outing, and that is the first out of the frame. So 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 7. We go back to the top of the order. It is Diego Grabiel taking over for Jonathan Walsh. Jonathan tonight goes 1 for 3 at the dish. Diego Grabiel gets to go to work now. So Grabiel settles in for his first trip of the evening, a pinch hit. He'll be going into right field, or we'll see how they line up the outfield at the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, fastball misses Up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. And there's a guy who's going to be celebrating a birthday in the next couple of days. My father, Richard Welch, is here. My mom and dad making the trek up from Kalinga. 1-0. Fastball finds the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Diego Grabiel this season for the Rogues. He's been a good hitter. 283 so far. 4 doubles, 7 runs batted in so far. 1 ball and a strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Diego's dad was at the Solano game. Always a great conversation with Diego's dad. Travis Finney with a small lead at first base. Ty McGraw holding the runner. 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Diego Grabiel down on strikes. That is the 2nd strikeout of the inning and the outing for Alex Krosno. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 7, and it is a new batter in the 2-hole. It is Daniel Berman replacing Logan Macy. Rogues offense trying to get an overhaul and trying to find a way to turn it around. So Daniel Berman takes over, his first AB of the evening. First offering from Krosno. Slider misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Our next game will be Tuesday night, 6:35 from Harry and David Field. 6:35 first pitch. Be going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on deck show. 1-0 pitch. 1-0 misses upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. The thing is, when you think about the final week of the regular season in summer ball, it's kind of like the final week of the school. If you remember that in grade school, 2-0 pitch, fastball, clips the outside third. 2 balls, 1 strike. So you think about it, it's going to go by fast. You kind of enjoy the memories. 2-1. Fastball hits down in the air, right field going back as Lopez on the run to his left. The bullpen clears that ball, drops foul, just right on the line. A couple of inches to the right. If it was a couple of inches to the left, it's a totally different game and the count goes square. The thing is, what I'm trying to say, this team has to stay in the present. Got to stay in the present if you want to continue, you want to be successful. This team does have an opportunity to be in the hunt for they are in the hunt for the postseason. Daniel Berman gets back in the waits, now climbs in. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Kian Sanchez waits on deck. Travis Finney with a small lead at first base. Ty McGraw holding the runner. 2-2. Breaking ball misses upstairs, ball 3, and the count fills. So you think about what this team has done. There's a lot of things to learn from this road trip, but you still have time in the season. 3-2, runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider, and Alex Krosno strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Travis Finney left on at first base. We head to the bottom half of inning number 7. It's time to stretch at McBean. Once in it down to the public address announcer for the playing of the 7th inning stretch.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't ordinarily say last call for alcohol, but it's not. We got fireworks tonight, so holding alcohol sales open. Folks are vendors. They're still selling food. Spontaneous treats out there in the concourse. They are serving up those amazing decadent custom waffles on a stick. And they brought us up a couple. They have a maple bacon walnut maple bacon waffle on a stick. Advantage is joined. I've got the s'mores waffle over here with the chocolate, the mini marshmallows, and oh my gosh, there's chocolate on there, chocolate syrup. Let's get some s'mores on the waffle. And of course it makes sense. Fantastic. Devoured down one. So thank you very much. Spun Crane Streets down in the concourse just outside the first base side gate. Oh my gosh, and more gifts. More gifts abound. We have what? Steak.
Lincoln 10, Medford 2, bottom half of inning number 7 from McBean Park in Lincoln, California. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It's a call to the bullpen for another time tonight. It's our Rogues player spotlight earlier in the Rogues for the Rogues player spotlight. The awesome pool guy on deck show. It is Hayden Van Acker in relief of Matty Ibrahim Jr. in this pitching change tonight and all season long. Brought to you by KTVL 10. Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Brian Woods with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's been a tough one so far tonight. When you think about what the Rogues have done so far, 5 straight retirements against the red-hot Lincoln Potters. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. 7-8, 9-2 up for the Potters. Jackson Rosenthal who leads off the inning, followed by Mays Matson. Check that. The batter for the Potters. It's not Norton. So it is Brady Dobson who takes over. First offering from Hayden Van Acker, the southpaw who works on that third base side of the rubber. First pitch. This is low. 1 ball, no strikes. And you heard from Hayden a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show in our Rogues Player Spotlight, talking about what he wants to do after he plays baseball. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, popped up in the air, right side of the infield. Travis Finney calling everybody off. Daniel Berman, the shortstop, makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. Thompson pops out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 7. 10-2 lead for Lincoln against the Medford Rogues. It's center fielder Mays Matson. Mays Matson gets into the box for his 4th at-bat of the evening. You think about what has happened so far. Rogues have done a pretty good job of keeping the bats at bay. 6 straight retirements so far. You like what you're seeing from this Rogues pitching staff. Hayden Van Acker sets, and the pitch. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. That was low on TrackMan. Great conversation with Hayden Van Acker today. And the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses up and in at 2 balls, no strikes. You think about what Hayden Van Acker has done this season and also his career in a Medford Rogues uniform. He's been a part of a lot of different iterations of the Rogues, coaching staff-wise, player-wise. 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball misses upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. Great to hear his perspective earlier, but also the intriguing part, he wants to go into the welding business after baseball. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. 3-0, breaking ball, finds the top third, strike 1. Weld and be a hunting guide, or what Hayden Van Acker was talking about, a conservationist, be able to protect the environment with nature. 3-1 pitch, breaking ball misses outside of ball 4. And it is Mays Matson in the border, reaches on a 1-out walk, coaxes that. 1 on, 1 out. We are the bottom half of inning number 7. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the 9-hitter Ethan Groves, the second baseman for the Potters tonight. 8-run lead for Lincoln in this final game of this 2-game set. First pitch, slider misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. You think about how this team has performed in this road trip. You've had those moments, but you got to find a way to close this out with a positive. 2 runs across, once in the 3rd, once in the 4th. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 popped up in the air, right field going back as Diego Grabio circles to his left, cuts to his right, makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Groves flies out to right field for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 7. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. We go back to the top of the order. Jordy Lopez. Jordy Lopez so far tonight has reached on base in his last 4 plate appearances. You think about how this team has played so far tonight. Lincoln plating runs. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Hayden Van Acker this season. ERA of 8.31. No wins, 1 loss, 4 appearances, 1 start. 4 1/3 innings pitched. 1-0. Breaking ball finds the top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Breaking ball, elevated, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 at home from Hayden Van Acker. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count goes square. I know I was talking to Hayden's mom a couple of weeks ago. Always a pleasure. The Kuna, Idaho native. Hayden Van Acker trying to find a way to get out of the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Lopez hits down the air, center field. That's going to drop down right in front of Will Salahar, the center fielder, and he extends the inning with a 2-out single. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom half of the 7th. 10-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the 2-hitter, Ian Guanzon. And you think about what the Potters have done so far tonight. Light years in the offense so far. 10-2 lead for Lincoln. Guanzon gets into the batter's box for his 5th at-bat of the evening. Has reached on base 3 times so far. First pitch, misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Left against right. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Matson at second base. Matson at first base. Lopez at second. 1-0. Hits that in the air. Left field going back is Jackson Rosenthal at the track. It is gone. A 3-run homer for Ian Guanzon. And it's a 13-2 lead for the Potters. Guanzon gets his 3rd home run of 2026. And the frustration continues. So 13-2 Lincoln. Bases empty, 2 outs. Think about what this inning was like. First one comes home. First pitch, fouls it off. Third base side, strike 1. Ty McGraw at the dish for the Lincoln Potters. 13-2 lead for Lincoln. Room's offense and defense has had a response, but it has not been a good one so far tonight. No balls and a strike. Hayden Van Acker sets up on that third base side of the rubber. He waits, and the strike 1 pitch. Slider gets away from the catcher, Chris Ortiz. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGraw at the dish. RBI ground out in the first. Hit by a pitch in the second. Got the third base. Was left stranded there. 1-1. Slider misses Going outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. McGraw with a 2-run single in the 3rd inning definitely catapulted the Potters in that point of the game. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. 2-1 home. Slider misses down and out, ball 3. Ty gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in. A returner from last year for the Lincoln Potters. Had 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Slider finds the outside corner, and the count fills. Van Acker takes a deep breath. Infield is playing deep, outfield playing deep and straight away. Salahar, couple of steps into right center. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Breaking ball, cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Ty McGraw throws it at the dish, and the inning comes to a close. First strikeout victim for Hayden Van Acker this evening, and the inning comes to a close. 3 runs come across on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left, but a 3-run homer from Ian Guanzon makes it a 13-2 lead for Lincoln. We head to the 8th inning right after this. Ian Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, and Chance Flores due up for the Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Tough one so far in the Sacramento Valley. 13-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. It is another call to the bullpen for the Potters tonight on this Saturday evening. Tyler Vargas gets his warm-up tosses in this pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Think about what this has been a bullpen game so far for the Lincoln Potters. Tyler Vargas gets his warm-up tosses in. Tyler Vargas this season for the Potters. Right-handed pitcher, 2.51 ERA, 14 1/3 innings pitched. He gets ready to face 3, 4, and 5 in the Rogues batting order. Ian Sanchez leads off the inning, followed by Chris Ortiz and Chance Flores. Infield is playing deep for Lincoln, outfield playing deep and straight away. First pitch, and he hits Ian Sanchez on the left elbow, and Ian Sanchez takes his base of honor. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the top of 8, 13-2 lead for Lincoln. Lights are turned on at the ballpark. It is a fireworks night at the ballpark as well. We will have our post-game show. We'll get a chance to dive into this one. Tough road trip. First one. Fastball misses outside. Actually finds the outer third. No balls and 1 strike. Rogues back in action on Tuesday, 6:35. First pitch we get going at 6:15. The Awesome Pool Guy on deck show. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Chopper to the third base side, charging is Guanzon. Guanzon throws it over to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 1. Advances Ian Sanchez to second base. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 8. 13-2 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the first baseman, Chance Flores. Ian Sanchez going to second base, eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. 13-2 Lincoln. And a night where it's been frustrating for this Rogue squad offensively, only getting 2 runs across. Think about what the Rogues have done. It has not been a great offensive series for the Rogues. First pitch, fouls it off to the screen, strike 1. Chance gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in. Strike 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chance tonight 0 for 3 at the dish. Struck out in the second, ground out a pair of times to the shortstop Miller in the third and in the 6th. Behind no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Pops that in the air, down the first base side, goes out of play. We'll do it again. Rogues will be on the road next week for the first of a 3-game set from the Arcata Ballpark. We'll have that for you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Final 3 games of the regular season. Rogues will try to find a way to get into the postseason next week. 0-2 hits that in the air. Left center field, charging in is Matson, the center fielder. That's going to drop down for a hit. Ian Sanchez gets to third base. Chance Flores with a 1-out single puts runners at the corners. Rogues offense is still finding ways to put runners on. Question is, can you get runners across in this game? 2 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 8. 13-2 lead for Lincoln against the Medford Rogues. And here is the left fielder, Jackson Rosenthal. Jackson today, 2 for 2 with a walk. You can definitely feel Jackson might be a player of the game candidate when we pick him in the Rogues. If we pick him in the Rogues post-game show, you like what he's done so far. A single and a double, did draw a walk. He's reached on base 3 times. First pitch, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One out. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Jackson gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in. 2-1. Ground ball pulled to the first base side, gobbled up by the first baseman, throws over to second base for 1. The throw by the shortstop Miller, and the ball gets past. New defensive replacement for the Lincoln Potters. So Jackson Rosenthal reaches on a fielder's choice. That drives in a run, and it is a 13-3 lead for Lincoln. So Groves is still in the infield with Miller. The new first baseman will get that new first baseman for you. Get that for you right now. Here's the DH man, Ethan Swensen. 0 for 2 so far tonight with an RBI. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. It is Jordy Lopez at first base. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The new right fielder is Ty McGraw. Ethan Swensen waits for the 1-1. Misses low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Swensen trying to provide a little bit of offense on this Saturday evening. 2-1. Slider misses outside at 3 balls, 1 strike. Crowd on hand at McBean. It is a fireworks night in Lincoln. Three and 1. Ground ball pulled to the left side, gobbled up by Guanzon, the third baseman, the throw to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 3. And the side is retired. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. And we head to the bottom half of inning number 8 right after this. Rogues get another run across, but they trail by 10. 13-3 against Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 8, we go from McBean Park. 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. And the Rogues call to the bullpen once again on this Saturday evening. And the Rogues turn to the Central Point native, Caleb Randolph. This pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. He faces 4, 5, and 6 in the Lincoln Potters batting order. Shane Miller leads off the inning, followed by Aiden Dioma and Kyle Pedersen. Rogues pitching staff has had a strugglesome evening so far. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third. First pitch, ground ball to the right side, escapes past the second baseman, Travis Finney, into right center it goes. Shane Miller aboard with a leadoff single. Not the way you want to start if you are Caleb Randolph. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 8. 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here is the DH man, Aiden Diome. And Diome settles in for his second trip of the evening. 0 for 2 so far, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Medium-sized lead for the base runner, Shane Miller at first base. First pitch fouled off, first base side. Strike 1 at Chance Flores holding the runner. Shane Miller just before that first pitch. But you like what you're seeing from the Rogues. There are segments of tonight's game you can bottle up and use for next week. There are some parts of it that you kind of want to forget about and be able to look forward. You don't want to look behind. No balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Randolph this season Randolph, an ERA of 4.50, 2 wins, no losses, 14 appearances so far in at 2026. Head no balls and 2 strikes. Randolph sets the pitch. 0-2, breaking ball, miss hit. Called strike 3 on the outside third. Diome down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Caleb Randolph this evening. I thought that was going to be outside, but the home plate umpire with the lengthy pause did find that third in the strike zone according to TrackMan. And Caleb Randolph gets his first punch out of the evening. Now that Caleb's grandmother's happy about that strikeout. She's listening back in the Rogue Valley. Caleb Randolph's girlfriend Bailey listening as well. I don't know if she's listening tonight because she's probably fighting a forest fire in the Pacific Northwest. Time called, and it is a conversation between Chris Ortiz and Caleb Randolph. This pause, the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Final game of this 2-game set. Rogues have the tiebreaker on the Powders. If that has to be in effect next week, the Rogues would have the upper hand. First pitch, fastball, misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Randolph sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Big lead for Shayna Miller at first base. Chance Flores holding the runner. 1-0. Slider misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. Kyle Patterson at the dish, 0 for 1 so far as well. Struck out back in the 6th. 2 balls and no strikes. Slider misses outside at 3 balls, no strikes. Caleb Randolph, the zookeeper, trying to find a way to get this second out. 3-0, misses low, ball 4. Kyle Pedersen takes first. 1 out walk, puts runners at first and second. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 8, 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. And think about this. Caleb Randolph's a guy who loves going to zoos and aquariums. Think about the mascots in this area where the team stayed at, the team hotel. Right across the street, there's a high school called 12 Bridges High School. You know what the mascot is? Ray Dobson settles in for his second trip of the evening. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Runners at first and second. 1 out. First one comes home from Caleb Randolph. Fastball, elevated, 1 ball, no strikes. Caleb Randolph might get a kick out of this. The mascot for 12 Bridges High School is the Raging Rhinos. You heard me right. I don't think I've ever seen a Raging Rhino in Lincoln, California before. 1 ball and no strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Think about who is the mascot for Lincoln High School. Lincoln High School just a couple of blocks, well, around 5 blocks away from the ballpark. They're the Zebras. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls it off to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dobson tonight popped out to the shortstop, Daniel Berman, in the 7th inning. This has been a tough one for the Rogues to find. The thing is, you got to find your way. You got to find the positives in this week. Only 1 win on the road trip against the Solano Mudcats. You still are in the hunt for the postseason. The question is, you got to buckle down and go for it in that 3-game set against the West Coast Kings. The question is, you got to find that. You got to find that little bit more energy to close out the week. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Caleb Randolph this evening, and that is the second out of the frame. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 8, 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters against your Medford Rogues. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It is the center fielder Mays Matson settles in for his 5th at bat of the evening. A guy who's reached on base 2 times so far tonight. 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. You think about how this team has played so far tonight. There are positives, but there's negatives to tonight. First pitch, misses upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Not negatives per se, but stuff to work on for next week and stuff to clean up on. 3-game set against the West Coast Kings begins on Tuesday night. 6:35 first pitch. We get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-0 rather, swing and a miss, strike 1. The thing is, currently, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard that's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Currently in the 9th inning, it's a 2-1 lead for Humboldt. And that would be huge in the standings for the Crabs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. This is low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. So if you are Humboldt, if you get the win, that would literally push Healdsburg to their 5th loss in league action. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fouls it off, left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matson singled and scored in the 2nd. Drew a walk and came around and scored in the 7th inning. So if you are this Rogue squad, you can definitely carry into next week the positives from tonight and last night, but kind of find a way to close out. Two and 2. Foul fastball, fouls it off, left side, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Think about what the Crabs did last week. They were swept in Healdsburg. They were swept in the Rogue Valley. Had a hard time against the West Coast Kings this week. Now in the first game of a 2-game set against the Healdsburg Prune Packers, Humboldt might take game 1. 2-2, breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Beautiful pitching by Caleb Randolph. Back-to-back Ks, all 3 outs via the strikeout, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Mason Miller left on. Shane Miller left on at second base. Kyle Pedersen left on at first. We go to the 9th inning right after this. 13-3 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Travis Finney, Will Salohar, and back to the top of the order, Diego Grabiel. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogreen CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogreen CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogreen CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Final call for the Medford Rogues in the top half of inning number 9 from McBean Park. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. New pitcher in for the Lincoln Potters. It is Matias Michael in relief of Tyler Vargas, and this pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Rogues stand at 8-9-1 up. Travis Finney, Will Salahar, and back to the top of the order, Diego Grabiel is now tuning in on the Rogue Streaming Network. It has been a tough night so far in the Sacramento Valley. 2 runs across in the first, 4 runs across in the second, 3 runs across in the third, and a run across in the fifth, and 3 runs across in the seventh. That's been the Potters' offense so far tonight. Rogues getting runs across in the third and in the fourth and in the 8th inning. And it's been a tough one so far tonight in the Sacramento Valley. Can the Rogues find a way to find a little bit of offense, a little bit of a positive before you head back up to the Rogue Valley? This is a big night. Think about what the Rogues have done. Their offense has struggled throughout the whole entire week. And if you are Medford, you have to find ways to get it over the finish line, as we say. And next week, 6 more games in the regular season. You don't want to end on a low note. You want to end on a high note. Travis Finney leads off the inning, followed by Will Salahar, and back to the top of the order, Diego Grabiel. It is fireworks night in the Sacramento Valley. Can the Rogues provide a little bit more fireworks before they head onto the bus? And if you are Medford, there's a lot of things you want to work on before you take on the West Coast Kings. And the question is the consistency of the offense. The ups and downs of this offense this week. Getting shut out twice on the road at Healdsburg and here at McBean against the Potters. First pitch, fastball misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Matthias Mikel on the hill for the Lincoln Potters. 6 feet, 195-pound righty. From the University of Southern California, Alayolo. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball, chopper to the shortstop position, picked up by Miller. The throw over to first base, and the throw's on time for out number 1. 6-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the 9th inning. And if you are the Rogues, you don't want to have, you want to have a positive. You want to be able to finish strong tonight. It is going to be a long bus ride, close to 5 hours on the road back to the Rogue Valley. This is going to be a definite needed 2 days off tomorrow and on Monday. And got to get yourself back to the grindstone on Tuesday night, 6:35 first pitch. Get going at 6:15. The Austin Pool Guy on deck show against the West Coast Kings. The Rogues got 2 wins against the Kings earlier in league action. First pitch fastball to Will Salahar, misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Will tonight 0 for 2 at the dish. Drew a walk in the second. Excuse me. Will gets him back in the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. Takes a deep breath as McKinnon, and the pitch. Misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Salahar struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 7th. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. In a night where it's been frustrating, will Salahar try to find a way to get aboard? 2-0 pitch, finds the bottom third, 2 balls, 1 strike. It's always a lot of fun being here in Lincoln at McBean Park. Always great hosts. Cersei, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mikel sets on that first base side of the rubber, waits and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Will Salahar down on strikes. Strikeout victim for Matthias Mikel tonight. So 2 up and 2 down in the inning. We go back to the top of the order. The final hope for the Rogues, Diego Grabiel replacing Jonathan Walsh in the 7th inning. And he goes to work down for his second AB. Rogues tonight struggled offensively. And the final week of the regular season looming. What's in store for the Rogues? So if the season ended today, first one, slider, misses outside at 1 ball, misses inside rather, no, 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues would be 11-8 overall in the season. Potters would be 13-8. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Misses, finds the outer third at 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1. Fastball outside, ball 3. Diego struck out in the 7th inning, replacing Jonathan Walsh in right field. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Takes first base is Diego Grabiel. A 2-out walk he coaxes. Extends the game. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the 9th inning. Here's the 2-hitter for the Rogues. Daniel Berman replacing Logan Macy in at shortstop. Goes to work for his second AB of the evening. Rogues tonight have had their moments. First one comes home. First pitch popped up in the air, right center field, tracking it down is the second baseman, that rather the right fielder Ty McGraw. He makes the grab for out number 3, and the ball game is over. Lincoln wins and they sweep the Rogues 13-3 at McBean Park. Lincoln improves to 32-9 overall on the season, and in the league, they improved to 13-8 overall in Pacific Empire League action. Rogues fall to 24-11 overall in the season, 11-8 in Pacific Empire League play. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues postgame show. It's coming up right after this. Tough one tonight in the Sacramento Valley. We'll wrap this one up for you right after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogreen CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogreen CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogreen CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier life plan community.
Tough one tonight from McBean Park in the Sacramento Valley. It's the Lincoln Potters getting the brooms out in a 2-game sweep, 13-3 the final against your Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Just a tough one tonight in the Sacramento Valley. The Rogues offense struggled throughout the whole entire evening, and the Potters took full advantage of that. And Lincoln finding ways to capitalize, and they won 13-3 the final against your Medford Rogues. Rogues offense had a base runner on at first base. It was Jonathan Walsh, but he was forced out to close out the first inning. Lincoln got 2 runs across in the first, 4 runs across in the second, 3 runs across in the third, a run across in the fifth, 3 runs across in the seventh. Rogues got runs across in the third, the fourth, and in the 8th inning. Just a tough one tonight at the yard. And the Rogues offense, after coming off their bad performance last night, getting shut out for the second time in this road trip, offense, it looked pretty good. There was moments that looked good, but there was moments that did not look good. And the Rogues right now have to find a way or go to the drawing board and try to find a way to get the job done. 6 more games in the 2026 regular season, 3 of those games at home. That'll be the final homestand of this 2026 campaign against the West Coast Kings on Tuesday night at 6:35 p.m. That is a 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. But a tough one tonight in the Sacramento Valley. The Rogues offense had its moments, but just could not get runners across. And you think about last night, in all 9 innings, the Rogues had a base runner on in every single inning. And you think about this tonight, Rogues had runners on in every single inning except for 1 in the 5th. So, if you're the Rogues, you like the positive, you like the process, but at the same time, you got to find ways to expect results. This is a team that is very skillful. This is a team that knows what to do. And this is a Rogue squad that definitely wants to be in the postseason conversation. The Rogues are in that postseason conversation. Always a pleasure, Phantom. There's the play-by-play voice for the Lincoln Potters. Always a pleasure talking with him. And we're going to wrap this one up, and we're going to be out of here. And they are going to be heading quickly to the bus on this Saturday evening. Tough one tonight in the Sacramento Valley. We'll speak to you in the Rogue Valley on Tuesday evening. But for everyone that has put this broadcast together, Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Beating the final score from McBean Park, 13-3 the final. Lincoln wins, and they get the brooms out against your Medford Rogues. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. So long from the Sacramento Valley.